Hello? Is there anybody out there? So this is my first time using StreamYard, which I can point. It's see the logo right there. And yeah, I wanted to see if it would work out pretty well. Usually we use open broadcasting software, and I'm just rambling because if I don't say anything, it's kind of awkward while we see if we're actually live. It says we're live.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It does.
All right, so let's see. Hippie Babe came in early saying that she'll be back for the live, so hopefully that happened. Then we've got Garden Warrior here. I'm glad you made the mistake. We don't make mistakes.
We make plenty of mistakes.
But what's up, Garden Warrior? How you doing, Janet, Raffy, Pokemon Dentist, Home with Marie? Oh, this is why we did it, guys. So, like, look at that. Or
that's some technology right there.
Yeah. Look, everybody's name. Man, this is like Twitch, but I have to do it manually instead of like. What's going on, Nancy? We got Carissa. I think I got it right there. Hello. And Renee. Hello. I am live. Live is good. It is good. Guard Warrior.
Hey, Roo.
I can't keep clicking on all of these right now, so because I've got to read. I'm falling behind.
You should click this one. I enjoy this one.
Fear the beard. So I got beard oil for the first time ever, and now
He said, I went and I trimmed up, and then I just used some beard oil, and I was like, what? Since when? You've never done anything like that.
Yeah. So that's a thing now, I guess.
He's trendy and a hipster.
No, real men use beard oil.
Do they?
Yeah, it's oil. It's like petroleum, manly.
I wouldn't know.
Is there any petroleum in beard oil? Probably. There's like petroleum and everything. We've got Brenda Desert Fairy. What's up? What's up? Just popping in to say hi. What's going on, Eileen?
Come on.
Thank you. Busy Lizzie. Hello. You do your best with what you find and what you apologize when it comes to thrifting and picking. Thank you very much, Doughboy. I've seen lots of your videos, but it's the first time I've caught you live. I think this is only our third or fourth live stream that we've ever done on this channel. So what's up, Mountaineer Picker? There aren't mistakes. They're learning opportunities. It's a good way of looking at it. It's not bad. Like I've heard other people say like the whole like buy your education and a product and stuff. And that's not really bad as long as you're still making a profit typically. Yeah. What's up, Fern? Tina, hello. Man, there's a lot of people.
Yeah, we're 76.
How many?
76.
76 already in 3 minutes.
Oh my goodness.
That's like
you're finally popular.
A world record. No, it's because you're here.
No one comes to these for me.
What's going on, Kathleen? I'm typing on this. What's going on, Mally Cat? How many of you, just out of curiosity, came over here from Facebook because I mentioned it like 10 minutes ago? I want to know what the power of posting that meant. For a lot of you guys here on YouTube, you might not know, but I have been doing some Facebook stuff lately. What's up, Nancy McGee? I've seen you in the comments before. Thank you. What's up? I don't want to mispronounce this. Janaya? Did I get it?
What am I looking at?
Oh, right here.
Genia?
Sorry. Wanda Pierce.
We try our
Hello.
best.
Your wife is so pretty. I agree.
No, he doesn't. But thank you.
I agree.
Aww.
That was affection. I know. What's going on in Angel's mom? Hello, Canadian.
Men rub dirt in their beard. See, that's a man thing.
The blood and tears of their enemies.
Yeah.
in their beards. Good hair, Jessica. Hey.
Hey, thanks.
Thrift store prices are on the rise. I'll agree, but the thing is, like, I mean, if you look at like sourcing, I think that like, yeah, you might be paying a little bit more, but look at the increase in prices we've been getting as resellers on eBay, especially over time. I mean, there's collectibles and all kinds of things like 10 years ago I wouldn't even touch that are worth a fair amount of money now. So, hey, Blackbeard, what's going on? Love the hair. I'm assuming Blackbeard's mentioning your hair.
Yes, and the misses love the hair.
Well, it could be
your beard. He
still could be referring. Yeah, he could be referring to my patchy beard.
Uh-huh.
I remember somebody on my team at my old job was like, "Are you gonna do no shave November or whatever?" And I was like, "My beard's too patchy for that." And well, it still is, I think.
Maybe if you use that beard oil often enough, it'll help it grow in.
With some Rogaine. Oh God. I learned a lot from your pickiness. Yeah, I am actually getting more picky when I'm outsourcing, and I think it's been doing us good. It's difficult balancing. Like, she works a full-time job. I do the YouTube and the sourcing and all of that stuff. So it's hard to like get it all done. So like, yeah, am I buying all these things, but are we getting it listed immediately and stuff? So like, when I go out and source now, I'm thinking to myself, like, how easy is that going to be to list? Does it need tested? Does it need something special to test? Does it things like that? I'm being a lot more selective lately.
How hard is it to ship?
Yeah, that's a big one. Like,
he apparently didn't ask that question to himself when he bought this giant roaster. What is that thing?
What roaster?
It was huge. It's downstairs in that corner. It's enormous.
Enormous. Oh, you mean the chicken thing? The rotisserie.
Yes.
Yeah. So like, you guys probably saw it in a video recently where I rushed in on tag switch day, and it was 99 cents for that like roaster, and it goes for like 160 or something shipped. So it's a no-brainer because it's going to cost like 40 maybe to ship. I would guess.
Cost all of my mental abilities on the day that
I'm gonna give you a hand on that one because that's crazy.
Just that one.
Just that one. Yeah, I'd never help or do anything.
I wasn't saying you didn't help.
Hey, what's going on, RB Animals and Movies? Thank you. Oh wow, I am way down on the. Man. We get sidetracked by talking.
Well, the other thing, it automatically moves it down. I thought.
No, because I stop it. What's going on? Okay, we're going to go through these really quick here.
Wait a minute.
I always wondered what McDonald's thing is behind you. So I bought that at a thrift store. It was a individual's Sarah White's Employee of the Year award for 2018, and I got it for $1.50. And I just thought it was kind of funny to buy like a culmination of somebody's year at McDonald's for $1.50. So
from the thrift store.
Yeah, from the thrift store. It was American Thrift, actually. But
Gina and Gina.
Oh, okay. We got
Hello.
Gina. Oh, hi, Julie. Hi, Gina. Oh, geez, you're messing me up here. Rathy, what's going on? We've got Jean here. John.
Or Jean. Don't come after us. I'm sorry.
Carissa. Hello.
Eileen.
I probably said hello to people like multiple times. This happens to me in real life now, by the way. So, like, we're going to just hit these little things here while I talk. So you guys get some screen time. But no, like in real life now, I'll meet people that watch, and I feel terrible about this. I'll meet them again like a week later, like I met them for the first time. And it's actually happening so much at the thrifts, I can't keep track of everybody.
Oh,
like especially if you wear a mask, which I'm not getting into the whole like should you wear a mask or not crap. It's just like it makes it harder for me to recognize somebody. So like I'm like, oh hey, oh we met last week. I'm like, yeah, of course.
Can I interject with a quick story?
Oh yeah.
So you said hello to Joe at a thrift store. You guys took a picture together.
Uh-huh.
Joe's a local around here, and he has a daughter that goes to college, presumably locally as well. And just yesterday, someone said, I was in a thrift store and they were like, hey, aren't you Dustin's wife?
Yeah, I sent her.
And it was Joe. And we both thought it was really funny. He showed me the picture that he took of him and Dustin. So since it's early in the video, hi Joe and hi daughter who goes to college. Just wanted to say
Miami, you said she goes to?
Yeah. I don't know if that's like Florida, Miami or local Miami, or if there's like a Miami, Ohio. Oklahoma, who knows?
I was guessing they meant Miami here in Ohio.
Staying's cool.
Okay. Or don't and become a degenerate like me that makes more doing what I do now than what I did with my college degree.
That's true.
But speaking of which, we have the numbers roughly finalized, so we're finally going to get out that numbers video to you guys for last year. When people's tax situations are all very different.
And taxes are hard.
Yeah, numbers are hard, and running a business is hard, but that's life.
We have multiple businesses.
Oh, okay. Like a lot of people, we're like 6 minutes behind here, guys. Not a Facebooker. Okay, most of you guys came here from the YouTube notifications. Thank you very much for that. What's up? Okay, so I'm going to scroll really fast.
But you skipped some. I think there was a Wanda. Hi, Wanda. Hi, Linda. Hi, Carrie. Charlene. Greg, Spencer, Eileen, Phil, Chris.
Oh, Greg, high score in asteroids. I'm terrible at the game, so it mainly is just lighting people. We call this a practical light. So that's basically what it's become. But it's really cool, and I enjoy the nostalgia value of it. But no, I'm not good at that game.
Oh, someone is tuning in from the UK. You guys are what? It's like 9, almost 10 p.m. over there.
That's 6 minutes ago. We said that. We're like, Miracle Grow. Oh, okay. So, hey guys, are you growing a beard unintentionally? It's probably going to be over soon and shaved. What are you sipping on? This is, man, I'm answering 2 of your questions. I need to start charging. But no, seriously, it's Half Calf by Mod. It's a K cup that you can buy on Amazon. So
he also has a backup drink over here.
I have to. I'm a beverage guy. There. Like if you guys don't know me, like I'm huge into beverages, and in fact, to the point where people were complaining when I was having like drinks and stuff too often in my videos.
He's given me this issue with beverages too.
Hey, what's up, Richard? I never worked at McDonald's. I have had a couple restaurant jobs, though. So I'm familiar with the restaurant business, just not that kind of fast food.
He used to sling pizzas.
And Steak and Shake as a waiter, server.
And shakes. Pizza and shakes.
And I guess I waited at Applebee's for a short amount of time. Hey, what's up, Angela? But just finally subscribed. Thank you. I appreciate that. I love the videos. I'm going to ramp up my reselling. Oh, that's awesome. My college years, that was Norick. My college years were the worst decision of my life, waste of time and money. So like,
it's a catch-22, really.
Yeah, I wouldn't have gotten where I was going, like where I am now without it, because like the situation is like, I came into this reselling rather capitalized, getting back into it after going the whole corporate route. Because of the money, I saved while I was doing business-to-business sales. So, like, I don't know.
Is it worth the debt and all that? I don't know.
If you're getting an engineering degree, it probably is. Well, or something software or something like that. Hey, what's up, little Miss Q? Hey, razors work better when you take the plastic cap off of them. Thanks, Junk Monkey. Are we caught up? Yeah, we're 2 minutes behind now. Heather H. We've got RB. I'm not too far from NC Picker. Did he move to Florida? Or am I confusing him with someone else?
No, I think he's the one that you said you heard was moving to Florida, but I never watched the same video. So
people who think the thrift hauls are BS, do you go every day? So we're gonna get into that in a minute, but I wanted to like just kind of chat with you guys first. Like, we're doing the chill intro thing here.
So chill.
Yeah, that's one thing. I will never buy something thinking that like first off that I could flip it to one of you guys. And I don't say that like it's like exploitive to do so, because I admire the hustle. I get it. It's just like I don't do enough what sold content to do like those kind of shout outs that like build that sort of like buying experience, I guess. So like if I buy something, I know I've got to flip it for a profit, like everyone else. I do get some viewer sales, which guys, thank you for that. Never feel obligated. However, yeah, it's definitely a small percentage of what we actually do, which wasn't actually what you were addressing, but I kind of went off on a tangent.
YouTube, all the things that he buys is not to make content. It's kind of like I mean, he goes out to pick, and it's great. He can make content to put on YouTube, but all the things that he's buying, they're feeding our eBay store.
Right. And I mean, it's kind of like the thing, like I film very passively. So I know some other people will be a little more active with their filming, which I'm actually trying to be when I'm out there now. Like my most recent video, guys, if you haven't seen it yet, it's doing okay-ish algorithmically. Ooh, that's a word. But with the thumbnail and title probably weren't like banging or whatever. But if you go check that out after this live stream, I think it's one of my best edits I've ever done. And I did a lot of like shots in between, but that's like really difficult for me because like I feel like this like drive to go get the next thing. Like I've got this like
He's neurotic.
Whatever.
Is that the right word?
Yeah, probably a little harsh. Thanks. Love you too.
I meant it in a nice way.
What's going on, Chrissy? Keep the beard. What a beautiful couple. Yeah, pretty nice beard.
Touche.
Do you have a Goodwill? We do have a Goodwill Bend. So I was asked not to film there, but I actually only went. I don't even really like going there that much. Ours is like we've got a lot of people that are like pretty aggressive there. And they have like these like rules. So like you kind of figure out like it's almost like musical chairs. Like they all wait for the bins in one spot separate from each other. Then they rush it, but it's like so many minutes. Then you rotate, and it gets like then people don't follow the rules, so it messes it all up. But you're trying to follow the rules, and it just gets a little too complicated for me. I know that's what a lot of people go there and act like that to try and drive people away too. So like
our bins too. Like if you watch like I don't know who else, Harry Tornado goes to his bins. His bins are way cleaner and less panic-inducing than ours. Ours are kind of broken glass and things that are not quite desirable. And that place, I can't go. That's an awful place.
Well,
I mean, it's not an awful place.
Don't run it down.
It's just, it gives me personally anxiety. I can't.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't run it down. Like, I mean, honestly, I know people that do really well there because I know a lot of, the people that pick around here and stuff. It's just like, I find so much stuff not going there, if that makes sense. Let's see. I'll swap you my goat for your wife. I got her for $5. You could flip her. Nice. That's a deal. Then I won't have to mow the lawn anymore. Yes, he is in Florida now. Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah, NC Picker. He's awesome.
Too fast.
Well, I'm trying to get.
You're a hunter. You're not neurotic.
Yeah, a hunter. Yeah, I think like it's one of the things that's like reselling. Like it's one of those things where you kind of have to have like the drive, like to go out there and keep doing it every day. Like, so for instance, I get a lot of questions. I have no problem like answering like noob questions or anything like that because like that's great. I think it's awesome to help people out and stuff. But you'll get things like, well, what thrift store should I go to in your area? And I'm like thinking to myself, like, just Google and start going to them. Like,
go to all of them.
Go to all of them. Check every single one out that there is and find out for yourself. Like, I know there's a couple people out there like that will, and I'm not talking about the people that are like, oh, I saw them at a store, so I want to check out that store once. But I know like people that have like mimicked their route after me a little bit. And it's like, why would you want to be like the lesser version of like what I do? Like, forge your own thing. I don't know where this tangent came from, but
anyway.
Oh man.
Yeah, they are aggressive.
Yeah, Steffi. Yeah.
We've considered doing house trash outs because we're in the real estate business as well. But that's a lot for the two of us to take on, especially with all the other things that we're already doing.
We did a partial house
Yeah.
trash out to the neighbor's home, that like immediate neighbor next door, when they sold, and we had just moved in and everything, and that's where we found this huge trash bag, and I knew like immediately when I opened it up, it was all PC big box games. I wasn't even doing YouTube at the time, so I didn't even think to record this or record it on my phone, but like it was insane, like $1,000+ of profit there, like all day long. There was like Deus Ex, Machina, Thief 2, all complete. Just so many of them.
My favorite thing out of that trash out was a giant, I think it might have been like a 2XL Chewbacca bathrobe.
Oh yeah, didn't we have you model that one for the stream? No, that was the Pooh.
That was a Pooh onesie. Yeah,
and I had you wear it for the listing.
Yeah, that was pretty.
I stopped watching the other channels that buy things that say are for eBay. Oh yeah, I understand. But well, the thing is, like, even like for me and her, like, there's a lag time.
What are we talking
about? That.
Oh yeah. Everything he buys, as long as it works and is sellable on eBay, go on our store. It's just a matter of when it goes on. By the time that he.
Like still 3 minutes behind. Are you going to the 127 sale? I'm going to hit some of the 127 sale this year. Yes. I don't know if I'm going to go the whole route. I also want to hit the 40 sale, Route 40, when that happens. You have to be passionate about what you do. Yeah, that tangent I had earlier, that's what I meant to say. So that's actually it. You really, you got to be passionate about something like this, because you don't have a manager. Nobody's going to tell you that you need to post today. Very much the same thing with YouTube. Like, I have an upload schedule and I have to hold myself to that upload schedule. Nobody's going to give me a counseling statement like in the Army or write me up like at work, you know? Hey, what's up, MD Picker?
How about hitting that like button? Thank you, Angel's mom.
I agree. How do you remove the black marker from the items you purchase at American for? So there's a few tricks to it. So like one, you can use goof off. That's potential. There's another thing with some marker, if you put the marker over it and do that whole trick.
It depends on what
Commonwealth
the surface
Picker
is.
has a video on that, so I would check that out.
Alcohol pads also work, and sometimes it just doesn't come off, so you just have to scribble over it and say oops.
We have done that before. In certain items, like, we might just mark out the marking and then list it. It really depends. Like, if it's a collectible, we'll try and get it off, but
not at the detriment of the packaging or something like that.
Right. I found 2 video games at the bins last week that I sold for $2. I have the microphones in the way of reading.
$2.11 plus shipping. Had less than $1 in both of them.
That's how it's done right there. Do you buy storage units? We've never purchased a storage unit. We have done pallets in the past.
Yeah, we got a lot of stuff from pallets that we haven't even made it to.
You do really good at yard sales. Oh yeah, so we're super stoked for yard sale season this year. Probably more so me, but yeah, like
less so me,
because I think the hauls are just going to be insane this year. So like, if you like my thrift store videos, that's going to be like that's going to be right up your alley, because it's going to make that look like nothing. I'm calling it. I'll hit 30 yard sales in a day. Article 15 yeah, that's exactly it. You're not going to get an Article 15 as a corrective action because you didn't go source or list today.
You have a boss? Aren't you married?
Aren't you? Yeah, I have a boss as well.
I'm definitely not the boss. We both have pretty fair partnership.
Anyone? I didn't. So I think, well, first off, let me say this. I'll address it. So I don't even know if he's ever seen my vids, but I think he has probably the best edited videos on YouTube, first off. So I'm going to throw that out there as like a compliment. He addressed it a little bit earlier, that, he'll sometimes buy things because, he has such a large following and knows that might move for his audience. I think his buys probably over the last year, heck, I think my buys over the last year have gotten better. especially since he's been doing a lot of that flea market purchasing. There's some stuff in there that, yeah, totally would be up my alley. I would buy it as well. He is a little more willing to spend money than I am, though. I am so cheap.
He definitely buys a lot less than we buy. I think he also has a lot of less number of items on his store, but I think he's more of a content creator than he is an eBay reseller. He does a lot of eBay resale,
but I don't think he denies that.
Yeah,
so
yeah, he's got a YouTube business, which good for him.
Yeah. Do you travel for yard sales? I stay mainly in the Dayton area. Honestly, that's a thing where YouTube actually impacts my business. So like if I'm going to do 4 videos a week, I have to film these, get back here, and then do all of the editing. And now a short edit takes 3 hours and a long edit takes 6. So cut it down the middle for your average edit. Then you take in the thumbnails, responding to comments and all of that. It's really hard for me to travel to go outside of my area.
We spend between 5 and
That's
15.
Fine. He worked for it. Yeah, I totally agree with that sentiment.
Yeah.
I mean, like, you
Absolutely.
know, I think my end goal is slightly different. I want to have 2 empires. I want to build up the big reselling side
wants as many
and have the YouTube.
He can make.
And I want to have I want to have like 3 main sources. I want like YouTube and content creation, resale, and real estate, which she knew what the third one was going to be. Yeah. Like, you could tell the gears were turning.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, we've got a couple.
Yeah, so we've got
streams.
We've got a lot of irons in the fire.
Somebody mentioned scroll up. So shoes and boots, I would say we spend between 5 and 15 on shoes or boots, unless it's like a $20 shoe that sells for a lot.
Yeah.
And then sunscreen gets Sharpie off.
Oh, I've never heard that. I've actually never heard that.
Me either.
We'll try it later. We have plenty of items that have marker and Sharpie all over them. So
Heidi Lynn, we don't have a lot of offers on, simply because it's hard to field all of them because we have 3,000 some items on our store. So we might still have a few legacy items that have offers still on, but we don't really. And some people do message in and say, hey, will you take 70 for this? And then we'll just send an offer back and sell it.
I love your videos. Thanks, Deb. We love you too. Dayton area used to have some nice places to pick. The place across from the hospital was so nice. There is still a lot of good places in the Dayton area. Like the thrift stores are good, most of them. You know, I think we have a really good yard sale culture in our area too, where people just like to have yard sales, and not everybody can say that.
Oh, he is selling a lot on the Whatnot app. That's something that we haven't gotten into.
So I've debated on the whole Whatnot scenario. First off, I'm not a big enough fish. I don't think that to have been reached out to by him. I had been reached out to by another platform before, which I did not take that sponsorship. So yeah, I think the whole like Whatnot scenario. So I can kind of see it from both angles. Like, I think it would be pretty awesome to be able to like get rid of a lot of stuff quickly because I buy so much, and like not having to list the stuff is a huge pro for somebody that's editing 4 videos a week, because that would be great. And I think it'd be fun to do with you guys. So I really like that, because I came from a live streaming background. Like I'm a Twitch partner actually that just doesn't do Twitch anymore. And that would be a lot of fun. But then on the other end, like I can see where there's 2 sides to the argument. The other side of the argument is doing Whatnot hurts like authenticity, in the sense of like, I'm not doing the eBay struggle anymore like everyone else. Because like, if my neighbor across the street without a following decided to go sign up for Whatnot and sell stuff, would he have the same success as like me having a following? And I don't think so. No offense, Paul. But
we love you.
Yes. So I don't know.
Oh, that vintage Jinko jean life.
Oh yeah,
I was around in the 90s. I know what that's like.
We've sold vintage Jinkos that we had picked up at Salvation Army. Actually, those were some of my early thrifting videos. Hey, thanks, Scott. Appreciate you watching. And yeah, thank you, Deb. I love selling on Whatnot. Yeah, I think it would be fun. So I don't know. It's just really hard. I have so many irons in the fire too right now. Like
So many.
My upload schedule is one of the, not the most aggressive, but one of the more aggressive upload schedules for this kind of content. And
especially in the wintertime.
yeah, because the wintertime, like I have to go to stores and be very dependent on like what those stores have to be able to make content. While like during the summer, I'm going to so many yard sales anyways. But then I want to make all the videos I possibly can during the summer, so then I don't have extra footage for the winter. And then I find myself with the circular problem of not wanting to be like, hey, here's this yard sale from July in the middle of January. So I don't want to make videos, which I'm not, I get some people do that. I have no hate. It's just, yeah, it's a quandary. It feels like I'm always constantly going up on a roller coaster forever. And that's how my life kind of feels.
Someday we'll crest the hill.
I've noticed in my area that thrift store price has gone up. Yeah, I mean, there's an ebb and flow to that. I mean, prices are going up for everything right now, so that's a thing. Hey, what's going on? D. Russo, Debbie, what's up? We've got Sue.
Suede.
I can read.
Uh-huh.
Are there days that are better than others to thrift?
When there's a sale.
No, every day with a Y is a good day to thrift. The one day, even when I say this, there's some stores that do really good at stocking on Sundays, but I have noticed a tendency. First off, Salvation Army is not open on Sundays, so you're taking that off your route, which it's right in the middle of my route. So that just means more drive time for less sourcing. But I have noticed some stores have a tendency to have less employees that are actually doing like stock work on that day, but that's just my area.
Cloudy, I think a buy it now is better than an auction in most cases.
So I had a plan today, guys. We're gonna, if you ask a question, we'll try and come back to it. But I did have a plan.
And we threw it in the trash.
Well, we're gonna do an activity, and we're not gonna do it all at once, though. So, like, I do a lot of thrifting, and I think like one of the big things that get overlooked in my videos, because it's hard to give full context, because like every video I make needs to be digestible by somebody that's never seen my channel before. That's like the number one challenge. Like if I started making videos that if you were new, you just were lost, people wouldn't enjoy it. So it's hard to give full context in the sense of like, I buy all this stuff and I don't want people to feel like it's an ATM machine. Like I go to the thrift store and I buy this stuff is instantly converted into cash. But we're going to go over some of our thrift store hauls and kind of have a discussion on this. So we'll go as far back as the train haul here. And this is great. A StreamYard ad. The StreamYard ad. StreamYard logo while we're streaming. We'll skip that. Don't do that though, normally.
Always watch all the videos all the way through.
Yeah. But anyways, so this was a big one, guys. So I ended up spending like quite a bit on all of this train stuff and like multiple trips as they brought more and more of it out. And we spent quite a bit, actually. I think we had like 900 in. And when it came down to like running the numbers and everything, I came up with a number of about $2,400 in profit we would make. This was back in early December of last year to mid-December of last year. So it's March now. So about 3 months ago or so. And we have sold almost everything. And actually the numbers that I ran weren't including some pieces that we actually sold that I didn't inventory right when I was like doing it for the video. So we probably will have made more than the $2,400 in estimated profit before taxes. So this was one that worked out to be incredible. So yeah, totally stoked with it. Things, for the record, if you ever run into anything like this, things that moved faster were the train tracks and accessories and switches. The cars themselves actually took longer to move. But yeah, totally stoked with this lot. This was absolutely an example of an amazing purchase at the Salvation Army. But I'm going to flip it, and I wanted to discuss something where I got a little clickbaity, and I'm not going to lie, guys. I got a little scared. The video wasn't doing that great. And so I decided to put in a different title. And I went to How I Made $1,000 in One Day at Thrift Stores. And immediately after I put that title, I felt a sinking feeling in my gut. I'm not going to lie. I was wrong. We actually have YouTube Premium side gig on her account. So I'm logged in the channel right now.
Our TVs are logged into my account.
Yeah. So this video, most of the stuff, so the Schley thing, we haven't sold yet. We have it listed for like 200 something right here. This was a very recent video, which really resonated with a lot of you guys, probably due to the title. But yeah, it hasn't sold yet, so we still have that. And then going through here, I think we still have this stuff, but I think it is listed. And then the Salvation Army shopping trip here, we haven't listed the dinosaur yet because we have to clean them. And
I'm going to do it today.
She's going to do it today, I guess. And this is our second Salvation Army trip. So we started picking all of these PC big box games. And so, guys, these things are not like, okay, if you get PC big box games that are like the big titles. So like earlier I mentioned like Deus Ex, Thief. If you start finding like Doom and Quake and like stuff that's like universally like accepted as just being awesome and everybody wants it, they're going to sell quick. But when you start looking at like the power dolls in there that we have listed for 200, it could take us a year plus to get that. The Tomb Raider trapezoid, we have it listed above sold comps because we're the only one with one on eBay right now. And we're already getting people telling us, well, it went for auction for $40. And they're like messaging us, well, go buy somebody else's. They can't. But regardless, it's going to take a while to get those kind of prices. Ooh, Belgian. I know, say it out loud, right? It's all this coffee, okay? But no, I mean, seriously, that's like something. So I'm going to mention that we've only sold this initial D right here. We sold ours for 20 something. Ours was better. And
to a viewer.
Yeah. So thank you very much for that. I really do appreciate that, by the way. But that's all we've sold out of the PC big box from this lot. And all of them are currently listed right now. So it's just something I wanted to mention. Like this title, without coming back to it, I think would have been irresponsible because How I Made $1,000 in One Day at Thrift Stores. It's not an ATM. I'm not going into the thrift store and withdrawing $1,000. It's probably, this lot is probably going to be a year plus before we make that amount of money.
I will say that the clickbaity titles, you
tread lightly.
You might have a clickbaity title, but it's always rooted in something factual. So you'll eventually make $1,000 on the stuff that you had from that thrift store. Maybe not today, but once it all sells, you will. You don't do like titles that aren't related or have some sort of basis in reality.
Yeah, I basically anytime I do a title, I want it to be grounded in reality. Like, so will I eventually make that kind of money from this lot? Yes. But it's going to take a long time. Like that Power Dolls that I had mentioned earlier, the PC big box video game, for anybody that's confused when I say Power Dolls. It's a very obscure title, by the way. It's going to take somebody that finally searches it and wants to pull the trigger. And it's going to be that like one buyer, you know, it's not something that like, there's not 50 or 60 of them being sold daily on eBay.
Dude Flips wants to know if changing your thumbnail title helps for underperforming videos.
Yes and no. So the more of an audience you have, meaning the more subscribers you have, the more it helps. So earlier on in my YouTube life, if I didn't get it right the first time around, I was screwed. And now I can sometimes bail it out. A larger creator will see even more success if they tweak thumbnails and titles, in my opinion. And that's just my perspective on it, which is, I guess, is what you asked for. So there you go. Enjoy it. It was a good question, though. That is a good question. YouTube Premium is the best. I think we chatted on it. Onkyo, 6 disc. Oh, yeah. Anything Onkyo is pretty good. Pretty solid brand there.
Can't keep that on the shelf.
What's going on, Mr. Battle Drone? Sunday is the day my local Goodwill changes the half off tag color. So we only have clothing tags at our Goodwills on clothing. Did I say clothing tags?
Yes, you did.
Whatever. Color tags on clothing. What percentage amount range do you try to stay in? So, like, if I buy something and, like, say a thrift store knows they have something, I still want to be at like a third. So like,
or less.
Of eBay, well, less of course, but like eBay, if they know they have something good,
yeah,
like if they have it marked at half of what eBay is, most of the time I won't pull the trigger on it unless the sell through is really good.
The cheaper the better, just to protect ourselves in case of something going wrong. Maybe it wasn't worth as much as we thought. Maybe there was a return. Maybe it doesn't work and it can't be returned, etc.
Professionally run we'll get to you, Eileen. Professionally run estate sales. Do you go the first day? So there's one estate sale company I'll avoid, and if I know it's run by them, I won't go. I'm not going to drag somebody local through the mud or something. And then purely because the pricing just doesn't work out. Now, there's others that I'll go like on the last day that are companies local. To see what I can get. There's actually an early video of mine, like real early, where I crushed it at this half off day. I actually did fill the Kia, and but for the most part, if I'm actually interested in something at an estate sale, like pictures caught my eye or something, it's first day. Like it's immediately like when they're opening. How long does it take you to build a large following? That's going to be very dependent on your content
and your personality.
Well, Lord knows I'm not carrying my weight personality-wise, but
well, they're not here for me, so.
But they're not here for me. They're here for the fines. I'm kidding. Dustin, be quiet. Let Jessica talk. Okay.
Oh,
I'm gonna be quiet for the next 20 minutes.
It's funny.
Go.
Yeah, no. It's funny. Eileen says you need to find a grandma for senior day to get that sweet percentage off.
So you know what? I've had this happen a few times lately, and like where people predict things I've already filmed, or things that like I want to do. And one of them was to drag my parents to half off day on senior day. And and then there was going to be a twist to it, so I'm not going to spoil that.
You have to wait for the video.
You'll have to wait for the video, but there is something in the works on that. It's really just about like when I can meet up with my folks on it. People may think your haul is set up, but it's not. Yeah, like that's the thing. I have had a couple people, but not many, talk about me faking my finds, which makes me really feel like I've made it. So thank you. But that's like, if people aren't saying you're faking your finds, do you really have any business making videos? But no, in seriousness, thank you for that. But like, it would be insane. I have like 350 or 70 video or some absurd amount of videos now. And especially for how long I've been doing YouTube, which isn't that long, it would to coordinate that with like the dozens of different thrift stores, hundreds of different yard sales, and multiple bin sales that I featured on this sale. Not even speaking of estate sales, to be that would be a massive undertaking. And like I made like 16 grand last year off YouTube. So would it, how much did I bribe people? Like we're I'm doing better. Honestly, I'm making a little bit more ad revenue this year, but
not just that, but like how hard is it to plant an item at a thrift store? Like
Well, I mean, it's not hard to. It's the thing is, it's not hard to do it once, but to consistently do that
Yeah, well,
over and over and over and over again without like a massive financial payoff for doing so, it seems a lot of effort. We are here for you. You are a normal person. That is the nicest thing anyone's ever said to me.
He's not normal.
I am a normal person. I'm a normal person. Katie said so. Thank you, Katie. I'm here for Jessica. Aren't we all? Do you know? Yes, I do. He does live near me. I've never ran into him. There is a story I have of him being like, why didn't anybody buy this video game? And I actually was one of the people that turned it down. It is not Klonoa, Alundra. Was it Alundra? But it was really scratched up is why I didn't buy it, and I just didn't want to deal with it. And that lady that sold it was weird and said like she's like an anti-Semite, but I don't think he knew that. But he said some things that were like way out there. Anyways. But no, Wick's awesome. I like his content. I definitely watch it.
Very recognizable voice.
Yeah, he does. Actually, that's beneficial.
His video can come on and my eyes can be closed and I know it's him.
How do you feel about Video Guy Allen, a regular here? Thank you. How do you feel about the upcoming USPS rate hike? So here's the thing.
When does that start?
April. I should know this by heart, but I don't get too caught up with it. So like, here's what's up. Like, are we going to have to increase prices on certain items? Yes. But of course,
all of our stuff already has shipping baked in.
But I mean, if it goes up, we have to.
But yes,
we have to consider that. Or we can even like just not do as many sales and let it even out on the older inventory. There's so many different techniques that we could do to, compensate for that. The thing is, everybody's paying more for items. Like, that's just how it is. So like, as long as you can pass that cost off to the customer, it's not like this is just affecting me or just affecting you as another eBay reseller. It's going to affect everybody on eBay, everybody on Amazon. And as long as the demand continues to remain strong, I think we'll be fine through it. I think you're going to shift more on bigger packages, especially like the crazy dimension ones towards UPS. So we'll probably just be giving more business to UPS than we are currently, which we do a fair amount with them already as it is.
Not FedEx, always UPS. We also have discussed.
Actually, does. Oh wait, I already read that. Sorry.
We've also discussed trying to push out our bigger inventory, like golf clubs and things like that are longer, that might have high surcharges before those take effect.
Does the overall population of your sourcing location affect your finds? So like, if you live in a rural area, I think you're going to have a tougher time buying at the kind of volume that I buy. I think if you live in a really big, high cost of living area, I think you're going to have a hard time buying at the volume that I buy. And I think the reason why it's two different extremes. So you have your rural area and there's just less places to source. And that's just, there's less stuff. So that's going to affect you. If you live in a high cost of living area, I mean, like, first off, like if you have a thrift store, all thrift stores have rent to cover. So if their rents are higher, they're going to have to charge more and try and get a higher per ticket total out of people and try and maximize that. And people are used to paying more there. And so I'm in an area that's sort of low cost that has a fairly I think there's 500,000 people in the Montgomery County, Miami Valley area, roughly. So it's relatively well populated, but not densely. And the real estate's not insane. And all of that, trust me, it's bad everywhere. It's not insane here. So yeah, I think, that makes it easier to source. I think I could go to any mid-market in this country probably and duplicate this. So I get a lot of it's your thrift stores, and I'm like, yes and no. So my thrift stores are awesome, but like at the same time, I have a feeling there's people that go in at like 6 p.m. on a Tuesday, like when most of like the inventory people have already put all their stuff out, and people like me have already done their shopping, and then be like, my thrift store never has anything. And I know there are some bad ones out there, but like at the same time, like my recent video that I did on yesterday, Yeah, where I went to try to fill up the Kia and went to 9 different thrift stores. That's just how I act. Like, I'll keep going until I find stuff. Yeah, so I think I could go into any mid-market probably and duplicate this. And that was probably way more detailed than you expected.
Apparently, Cincinnati Picker was thrifting in Dayton today. Big guy sports collector says.
No, Cincinnati here was he was thrifting in Dayton today. Hey, what's going on, big guy sports collector?
Big guy.
Howdy, neighbor. If you know people at the thrift stores, they can hold it for you. Yeah, that can happen. I would say I'm not treated too differently based off of like being a YouTuber, and I'm treated more differently based off the fact that I splash cash, meaning I'll spend and I'll buy it all. And, you know, like if it's the right stuff, $1,000 has happened before. And so that's more why, like, I think like anytime I am treated differently, it's based off the fact that I'm a regular that spends a lot of money, which anybody could become a regular that spends a lot of money at a store. So
not everybody's
well, anybody with
for that, but
I mean anybody that's in the position, you know.
Yeah.
Right. It's not like you have to build a following to do
No.
that. But so that's where I probably and like now I sound like some Monopoly man, big spender with
Where's
a
your
monocle or something. Yeah,
and
exactly. That's not what I meant. Oh God, that's gonna get taken out of context.
Where's the meme? Somebody make the meme.
Partner with thrifts and give them promo. Yeah, I mean, like, here's the thing. I know I drive business to different places because people are like, I found the store because of you and stuff, especially like the Amazon bins and stuff like that. I'll get that a lot. And I have no problem. Like, honestly, I want my thrift stores and bin sales and stuff in the area to be successful. I want everybody to be successful. There's a ton of merchandise and stuff out there. I mean, it is a little odd. Like some people like trying to duplicate my route and stuff. That's a little weird. But like if like, you know, you're just going out to stores every now and then and checking out where I go,
we can't buy it all.
No, I mean, honestly, we buy more right now than we can list. And we're not even getting into peak buying season yet. So we are reorganizing everything, though, to kind of streamline to make things more efficient on our end. So hopefully that works out.
And eventually we'll give you a tour. Eventually.
UPS prices are getting better than USPS anyways. On bigger packages, basically, if you're going, you know, not staying within your region and you're going above 3 pounds and above the 12 by 12 by 12 cube, it's typically UPS these days. Fake expression, like extra excited about an item. So like this is actually the thing is like Eileen, I wish I was more pronounced with that naturally. I internalize excitement. So it's just how I am as a person. So like
we're opposites.
Like I'm a poker face guy, like in the sense of like going up to a yard sale or something, like I'll just stare and be silent until they say a price. And
I'm very expressive and talk with all my face and my hands.
Yeah, so it's just kind of a difference between us. But like, yeah, that's why you don't see like that. Like,
I'm so excited about this small thing.
Going through here. Hey, thank you, Troy. While watching this live stream, I'm messaging an eBay buyer about the high cost of shipping that I have no control of. I know, right? How tall? 6 foot. Get in the zone. EA Sports. Do you ever wonder if clerks at the thrift pay attention?
Some of them do, I think.
I don't know if too many of our area do actually flip, but like, I mean, the thing is, like, if somebody occasionally buys something that I would have bought, okay.
We'll buy something else.
We'll buy something else. Like we have that's the thing. Like I'm not desperate for inventory, and we haven't been for a long time. And I'm also, while I want to get my money back as quick as possible, like we don't have to make the sale immediately either. We're thankfully able to be in that spot, and not because of YouTube revenue or anything, but just in general. So
yeah,
our expenses are kind of low compared to like, you know, other incomes and life choices we've made. So,
it's taken us a while to build ourselves up to get to this point, though, too. It's not like we were born wealthy or anything.
No, by no means. But
no, not at all.
this lot I was talking about, the PC big box lot, like this is a buy that's going to take a while to get the money back. But we're not really hard up about that fact. It'll just be what it is,
Because you buy other things that will sell in a
They'll
day.
sell fast. Yeah. So there'll be things that sell in a week. There's things that take weeks to sell. There's things that take months to sell. There's things. We sold a bin sale item that we had paid $5 for at the bins that we really don't frequent anymore. And for $5, and seriously just sold it for like 36 shipped or something. We're making a profit, but I mean, it's set on the shelf. I mean, they haven't been $5 for a year and a half almost.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So per item. So yeah, it took a while for that one, unfortunately. Hey, take it easy, bystander. Do you ever wonder?
We are married, Don.
My Goodwill stores in the Chicago suburbs are cheaper than yours by far. You just have to go for So we actually we sort of pay a fair amount for some of the stuff at our thrift stores. Like they're not like, I remember, like, I know this, like, God, 10 years ago, back in my day, when I went to a thrift store in Columbus, Ohio, I paid 90 cents for N64 games. But like, honestly, like, I'd rather pay $5 for the N64 games in 2022 because they're worth a lot more than they used to be. I think Super Mario 64 was selling for 10 or $12 on eBay back then. But yes, though, I do think we pay up a little bit here in this area. I know yard sales, my buy costs go down quite a bit. So that kind of excites me because the margins are just so good. I find a lot of great stuff out thrifting, and I'm still going to thrift over the summer because, I mean, honestly, I'm going to thrift over the summer because you guys like thrift store videos. And so I'll do some of my sourcing there.
But most of the sourcing will come from yard sales.
For about probably 6 months, yeah. We are married.
Yep. Coming on
6 years.
6 years.
Till we get frustrated. I mean, till death to his part.
Whatever.
What's going on, Giggle Deals? So is Jessica joining you full time? Not
yet.
Not yet.
I'm not comfortable yet enough to quit my job and do this. Healthcare is expensive.
Yeah.
And I like the idea that it's subsidized by my job. I mean, I could quit my job now and do this full time.
Well, it doesn't hurt to have multiple incomes either.
Yeah.
I mean, like, diversify. Like, if something happened and, like, or either a store got suspended for 3 days, like, it's not the end of the world.
Right.
Which has happened to us once, but we got that lifted. But still.
Yeah. Soon, though. In the next year or two.
Retired and reselling. Form is consent. Content. Oh, God. Form is consent. Okay, fill out this consent form.
Fired.
Fired. I don't know why I find that so funny. How did you land such a hot wife? Where is she?
Yeah, it's not me.
I'm kidding. Jokes. I give her a lot of crap, but honestly,
a lot.
Well, so the thing is, I know I like you when I give you crap.
He likes me, guys. He likes me.
Yeah. I think this might be serious. I appreciate that, retired and reselling. What's going on, Ricardo? There are so many aggressive resellers. So, like, I you know what? Who phrased that perfectly was Vincent over at Vincent's Valuables, and he said that I was trying to get everything, like, I was trying to grab everything, like, at the thrift store, like, on the shelf. I was trying to grab it all without looking like a psychopath. And I even commented, I was like, that's the story of my life. So, like, it's like kind of like I don't know, a tough wire to walk. So, like, you want to be able to get as much stuff as you possibly can, but you still want to keep a shred of human dignity while doing so.
Especially because you're so stone faced too.
Yeah, I think a lot of people probably think like I'm mean or something.
He is. He's very mean.
Yeah, that don't know me or something. Like they see me out and about sourcing, and they're like, "Look at that guy! Look at that weirdo."
He is weird.
Yeah, I've been there, cash intensive business where you have to do the roll. Yeah, back when I was less capitalized, I definitely we had to like when I was doing this in like the early 2010s. It was literally pay the bills, whatever's left, go buy more inventory. Sometimes it was go buy more inventory and pay the bills later. So I mean, I totally get like where that struggle is for some people. You know, we're fortunate enough now to not be in a position where we have to do that. But
Yeah.
back when I was doing this in the 2010s, that's exactly how it was. Like, you know, and then I went into Twitch streaming, which is a totally different avenue. But you know, that was my era of poverty, I guess. And having money is a lot better than not having money. Let me tell you guys, like, even though we don't have a ton, having a few bucks doesn't hurt.
Yeah.
Do you ever take any of your items to the auction house? We need to do something with some of our death pile. Yeah.
So yeah, we've created probably a couple piles that we will end up taking to the flea market.
Hey, thanks, Mike's Messy Room. Appreciate it. I don't want to miss anyone. I forget if we said anything to Mally Cat here, but I actually went back to my roots and hit an estate sale. Family runs are the best when it comes to estate sales. You will find deals there for sure. That's absolutely the way to go. What's going on, Amanda? And if you guys commented earlier and I didn't get to you, feel free to.
He's scrolling.
Feel free to post it again.
Like crazy instead of going in order.
Well, no, it's because like we're trying to rush through it to keep up because there's no way we can keep up going. Yeah. Did I already say hi to Amanda?
Hi, Amanda. Again,
hi, Amanda. If we didn't. But yeah, the auction house thing, I guess on that again, we haven't done that, but we are doing a flea market and I want to do a yard sale. Like we have a yard sale video again, which we did that before on the channel. Actually, that's one of my first videos.
Yard sales for us personally are very, very involved though.
What's going on? I think of I don't mean this insultively. I thought of the dog food immediately when I read it.
I think it's
I am. It is. I am here. I get what. Okay.
What?
How many people requesting you start collecting an item out of your niche before you will be willing to learn about it and buy it for sale?
He'll buy anything.
Oh yeah, if I think we can make some money on it.
There is no niche.
And I don't really collect. I mean, the shelf's just a bunch of fun stuff. It's not like if some of it's even listed. If you wanted to buy these figures here, they're on my eBay store. That's not a sales pitch. The Oculus isn't listed though. That's actually my Oculus.
Those are the only two things that are on the shelf that are listed.
Oh, really? Okay.
What? Thought I was your daughter. That beard's making you look old.
What? Well, that's gross.
Oh, God. He's saying I look young.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Do you spend much time dealing with clothes? So we probably do about 5 to 10% clothing. So if I see Z racks that are like that, so most of our stores push all of the new stock out on metal Z racks, and before it gets on the floor, that's when I'll look at it usually. Or if it's up behind the showcase or something like that, that's when I'll look at clothing. But I really just don't feel like going through the racks like this forever. It just isn't that appealing to me. So that's why our clothing doesn't make as big of a impact, I guess, on our stores, other resellers.
Well, we have I would categorize two kinds of sections of clothing. What he's buying now at thrift stores that might be collectible or single stitch, and a large backload of Target clothes, or excuse me,
Target.
Target.
It's mainly Target.
Yeah, Target
salvage.
clothing that came off of pallets that we're pulling from constantly. We have a lot that we haven't listed yet, just because it is time consuming, but it's also, I don't want to list clothes all the time.
J&J, how can they be fake? Do you price and place those items as tour price? Oh yeah, back on that subject. J&J, so yeah, I mean, there's probably ways to fake this kind of stuff. I haven't like really thought about it. Most of the people that actually mention anything about that kind of stuff say it on Reddit, oddly enough, which I think a lot of people, not everybody on that Reddit. I think the flipping subreddit's awesome, by the way. But there's a fair amount of people that blame YouTubers for ruining like resale or whatever. So I think it's just kind of like when you don't like something, you hate everything about it. So you try and find reasons to hate on it. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, you could place the items, I guess.
That just seems like a lot
You
of
could
work.
deal with management. It would be more work than actually finding stuff. Like, I mean, it would be one thing if I was finding like mean vases and like Picassos every day. Then I think like you might see you might have the right idea on me faking it then. But for what I'm buying, I think it's pretty normal stuff. Yeah, I mean, obviously, other people think it's exceptional or probably wouldn't watch, but
He gets a good thing every once in a while.
oh god, and every now and then I do right. Do you spend much time? Oh, I already answered your question. Get out of here. So keep watching. Let's see. How funny you said monocle. Love all your content. Thanks, Tina. I was so happy you tried to join my TikTok live, but my live was Phil, but I would have wished I could have had you on. Oh, never, Phil. Like you gotta like if I ever stop by any of your lives, you don't have to like impromptu put me on or anything.
Do they put caps on like your live audience?
No. Oh no. So like he's talking about like I had scrolled through his TikTok live and joined it into chat for a few minutes and watched. And he was mentioning about like bringing me in. You don't have to worry about that because like out of nowhere I'd be like, I don't know what to say. Whatnot. I kind of gave my take on Whatnot earlier, but I get some different people and stuff here. I have not been approached for any kind of like sponsorship by that platform. I have by one other platform before. However, yeah, I don't know. Like, I like the idea of it because like I used to be, still technically am a Twitch partner. However, and I think it'd be really cool to like interact with my audience. But at the same time, like I think there's like a tightrope kind of like line that you're kind of like walking with it on. Like I want to still have my videos feel like it's something that you guys could do too. And like I don't really leverage my following too much in the sense of like for my sales purposes. If I wanted to, I could do an eBay What Sold segment at the end of every video and be like, hey, thanks for purchasing this mic, and stuff like that, which I don't.
We don't get a whole lot of viewer sales, enough to do that, I think.
Well, but the thing is that would spur it.
But we do appreciate those that have bought.
Yeah, but I don't know. So Whatnot, I think I would like to do, but I don't know. I've given it way too much thought and haven't finalized what my actual thoughts on it are.
Also, I do feel like some of the people that we've seen that sell on Whatnot have big collections. Like Cincinnati Pickers getting ready to do a Whatnot sale for
Pops.
an enormous pop collection that he got. And Retro Rick's did his entire video game collection.
$10, yeah.
But yeah, it's a whole thing. So we don't have.
I make her watch all this.
I could be watching other things, but that's okay.
Yeah.
But we don't have large collections of those types of collectibles that aren't already listed on eBay or that are sitting. So I don't know. I just feel like, do you really want to buy a bunch of random crap?
But that's the thing too. Yeah. Like I don't specifically like dedicate myself to like one niche when I'm outsourcing. So like maybe like if this PC, like I still have it up. So like if this PC big box lot here had been larger, maybe it would have made sense to like, hey, we'll do a Whatnot or whatever and sell them all to you guys. but like,
But the audience also has to be big enough and has to
be interested in that too.
Yeah.
And like, I think like people like to watch because like I'm the jack of all trades. Like, I'll buy anything. What's he going to buy today?
Yeah.
I think that's like part of my hook, perhaps. What flea market? So we'll probably set up at Dixie Drive-In. We might try Trader's World and Treasure Isle soon as well. Any giveaway? Not today. We've done one giveaway in our over a year.
Maybe we'll do another one soon.
Someday. I feel like the lighting's just not.
Are you saying I look better in the camera than
it's
you?
because you're pushing up on the camera.
I'm sitting up. I have good posture.
You're stealing all the lighting.
You're just jealous. You're not as good looking as me.
I need to put this back over here so I quit staring off to the right.
You should. Now I can read it.
Okay. Oh, holy crap.
I don't know what you call that.
It's a super chat. What?
Thanks, Gym Tech.
Yeah, Gym Tech. You did not have to do that, by the way. So thank you very much. Very kind of you. And nobody feel obligated to. So frustrated with shipping costs, especially items that are 1 to 2 pounds. I find items that are 50 to 80% off, and I think it's a great deal. And then add in eBay fees and shipping costs. Hard to make money. Easier 10 years ago. Yeah, I think, I think there's some things that are, like, it depends on your category. So, like, there's some things that were easier to do 10 years ago than it is now. So I was doing this 10 years ago, actually. But mainly, I started with video games, and I kind of did like everything, but out at the flea markets and stuff. And the video game stuff, way easier to source back then. But now when you find it, sometimes you're getting jackpots. Like, I'm making thousands of dollars because I bought all this stuff. So it's a give and take. But yeah, thank you very much, Gym Tech. Really appreciate it. That is very kind of you. How long have you been on YouTube? Let's see here. I have what would you say, 1.25 years? That sounds weird. I've been on.
You started in October.
That's like when a kid says his age is like 6.25. Like, I've been on YouTube for 1.25 years. About that, yeah. There's so much out there. There is a lot of stuff out there to source. Absolutely. Love your channel. You've helped me in growing your business. Well, that's awesome, David. Glad to hear it. My typing skills stink.
We all have things we got to work on. Wait, you skipped some things.
Oh, sorry.
Oh,
Eileen has to leave. Bye, Eileen.
Bye, Eileen.
What have been your overall biggest grail? Oh, it's so tough. So, like,
depends on the category you're talking about, I think.
You know what happened? I don't know. Lately, I've been fine. Like, over the last, say, 3 to 6 months, I found so many things that I would even imagine to have bought or find or even think that I was going to find. Like, this, that have been heavy hitters that it's easy to become a little bit numb to it. Sometimes I'm just like, oh, well, there's another item we're going to sell for $800. And so I don't know. I'm trying to think. Like,
we've sold a handful of really good profit items. So I think one of the biggest ones were those Sony $400
that she mentioned. Yeah, they mentioned that.
That Disney map, Halloween poster. Those are all buying on the cheaper end and selling for like absurd money.
Which ones?
The disc changers.
Oh, the
Halloween poster.
The Halloween poster was a good one. I thought that was just really cool. And the Halloween VHS actually was really cool.
That glove.
The hats. So, the diamond pattern logo athletic hats. Those were crazy. Okay, are we missing anything? We've got Debbie here. Take her out. I actually brought her Arby's before this. So
this is true. And Snickers dessert.
Snickers from Walgreens. Yeah. Where I bought my beard oil that we've already discussed. You married way up?
That's not me, but thank you.
I'm kidding. I'm joking. Having trouble looking up comps while thrifting? Any advice? I mean, honestly, just search. You could scan them. I know some people will do like Google Lens and look at it that way first, and then type it in or whatever. So, that basically just type it in eBay, whatever the item is. So, like, say you saw a Sony 4-disc Blu-ray changer, just type that in. Sony's have model numbers, so type in the model number, but whatever, and search it. Then hit filter and hit sold listings, and just kind of weigh out things too when you do it. You want to say, like, if there's 10 of them listed and 10 of them sold, you probably are good. If there's 10 of them listed and one of them sold and it's a one bid auction, don't do it. It's probably bad. So just kind of look at the sell through. A 1-to-1's a really good sell through. Higher than that's even better, of course. So if more is sold than listed, and just keep that in mind as well. And it's all a math problem. So when you're out there sourcing, like if you see a receiver and you know that guy sells for $200 shipped, like it doesn't matter. Somebody's selling it for $175 plus 25 shipping. Somebody else is selling it for 200. You know, it sells for free shipping. You know, it sells for 200 shipped. You just do the math. It's going to cost me $25 to ship. It's going to cost 15% roughly in eBay fees and promoted listings. So you're going to have $30 right there. 55, then you're going to have whatever it costs. So if it costs $45, you're going to make $100. So that's the math problem that you're constantly running through your head while you're sourcing, and you'll just get better at it over time. Flea market is bad here in Nashville, Tennessee. Really? There's a Tennessee picker, and I see him crushing it at yard sales.
That's because the Tennessee picker's taking all the stuff.
Oh, now somebody's going to be like, the pro picker's wife
don't
said
come after me.
The pro picker's wife said you said this. Don't go comment that on his channel.
Don't come at me, man.
Have you ever checked out just north of Cincinnati? So I've actually set up at both of those, Treasure Isle and Trader's World, back in the early 2010s.
Is Jungle Jim's
No, Jungle Gems is a store.
Oh.
Jim, time to get out hunting. Good luck. Or what was in Battlestar Galactica? Good hunting.
Good hunting.
Good hunting.
That should be something you say in your videos from now on. I feel like you are skipping so many things.
Well, no, I'm trying to get back to it because we went up for the super chat, and then I wish my wife was as supporting as yours when it comes to I think that's one of those things, like, I don't think I could be with somebody that doesn't really like support the whole like entrepreneurial spirit that I have, that doesn't have a little bit of that spark in her herself. So
I recognize that he is not a work for the man kind of person. So he needs to do something other than work a corporate job. At the same time, we do a healthy amount of constructive arguing, maybe about maybe the things he wants to buy, or, he'll try to gauge, my thoughts on certain things that he thinks he wants to pick up, but isn't quite sure. He's on the fence. He'll send me pictures while he's out at thrifting and stuff. So
I just dropped that pen I've been messing with.
Way to go.
Yeah, it's down here. If I bend over, don't look at my hair. Ugh.
What's wrong with your hair?
I don't know. It's because it's too long, and
oh my goodness, who cares?
What's the one? There's a viewer that said he used to be a barber, and he says that it looks like I need a haircut. So somebody does.
Well, then maybe you should get a haircut.
Well, I don't have any time because all I do is edit video.
You make time for the things you need to do.
So any advice on how to get her into reselling? So I would say show that it's success. So success attracts people. So like in the sense of, if you start making money doing it and it's bettering your standard of living, all of a sudden it's going to look more attractive. So just grind it a little bit, get some more revenue coming from it. And I think, that might make it more interesting. And then invite her out to the thrift store, yard sales, or wherever it is you source, flea markets, state sales, auctions. I don't know.
Secondarily, is there anything that she likes to do that you maybe not quite so much? Take an active interest in some of the things that she does and stop that. And then maybe it might encourage her to, spend some time doing some of that with you. That's
Or just
Not
take,
relationship advice.
or
I'm
just
not
take
a
all of her
therapist.
interests and crush them and then mold her after your own image.
Ugh.
That is terrible advice, by the way.
We are not relationship gurus by
No,
any
this is
means.
not a relate. Yeah, but the other stuff that sounded more serious. Listen to that. Where I live, thrift stores are expensive. They can be here too sometimes. Like I mean, honestly, I don't
It
like
goes in waves.
when I see something that's dramatically overpriced at a thrift. I don't like to make a big deal about it on my channel because like they have the right to price things first off any way that they want, just as I have the right to not spend my money because they have things priced any way they want. There are a few stores that would work with me on it a little bit, and I'm truly appreciative when they will. Again, not because I'm like on YouTube, but because I spend a fair amount at these thrifts. So yeah, I mean, I don't make a point of it though. I'm not like, oh my god, look at this. They have it marked for $100. Like I'll just ignore it and kind of edit it out or move on. Hey, what up, Justin? You can do the Christmas stuff that you bought in bulk on the. We have sold almost all of
Almost
that
all of
Department
it.
56 stuff. So like
There's very
that was
little
kind of the.
left.
Oh, sorry, I gotta look this way. That was like, whoa, that's crazy. Ignore everything you just saw.
And now you have
The
no
screen.
idea how to do what you want to do.
Yeah. This is the first time I've ever used StreamYard as the actual streamer, not being a guest on like somebody else's. So like this is kind of like the purpose. I gotta scroll forever
Oof.
to find the first one of these. Where is the estate sale massive buys?
I think there were at least 2 big Christmas house buys.
There are 2 big like Department 56 ones.
And then a few ancillary ones here and there. I think we only have a few of the house size pieces
one.
left.
This one actually I made a TikTok off of recently. Oh, great.
Galaxy, we don't want this ad from
Who
you.
put these mid-rolls in? Oh,
Another one.
it was me, okay? Well, back-to-back mid-rolls, okay?
Shame on you.
So anyways, like just quickly here. So like I bought all this Department 56 stuff, guys. Amazing purchase by me. So like I like
Toot your own horn.
like no, what the heck? It's because I scrolled. We're using StreamYard already, man.
Skip the ads.
Use OBS. Okay, anyways.
They want you to use that premium StreamYard.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
That Snow Village Dairy Barn, it's sold. It's gone.
Yeah, all this stuff, like we sold it, pretty much all of the Department 56 stuff. And yeah, it's been awesome. Like the thing is, like, you buy that stuff and you just sell it at a nice slow trip for a while throughout the year. And then Christmas starts to come up and it all moves. So yeah, I'm pretty stoked about that. So yeah, that was a cool one to flash back to. So thanks for bringing that one up, Betty.
Oh.
Hide current comments. Yeah, I can do stuff and then pull this back over here.
It hurts my eyes.
Oh.
It hurts my eyes.
Exaggerating. I got my eyes burn.
Yeah, with all your.
Oh, I'm so telling him
scrolling.
when I see the Tennessee picker. Oh God. I'm not like one of the like cool click people in the reselling community though. So I don't know.
You're not part of the in crowd.
I don't know. I don't know if he knows who I am. I don't know if any. Actually, I'm very isolated. I talk to like maybe 3.
The 3
There's
local ones.
Oh, yeah.
Or 3 of the local ones.
Do you own a Razor?
Not a very good one.
The cell phone.
Huh? What?
You don't remember the Razor?
I thought we were talking about your
like
beard
the
again.
Motorola.
No.
No.
We have
no, but
Galaxy.
she was talking about a shaving razor. I'm the one that said.
This is my phone.
My eBay app no longer has a camera thingy. No, that doesn't.
They got rid of that.
They got rid of that, but use Google Lens instead. It was better anyways.
It'll tell you so many things.
Have you ever find a bolo and kept it? I don't keep much, purely just based off the fact that I enjoy the hunt. I'm not too worried about like how much of this stuff can I collect and hoard.
I think we only keep items that will improve our quality of life, really.
Yeah, basically, if it's something that we would have bought anyways,
Yeah.
and we could save money on, because I mean, I'm not a CPA, but you don't pay taxes on savings, right, guys? So if I save money as opposed, then that's money I don't have to go out and earn to be at the same place financially. So, if that makes sense, if I save money on something,
Oh yeah.
I have to go out and earn more money
Yeah.
to get the equivalent result. Any tips on how to grow your channel viewership? Thumbnails and titles, like completely like number one. And I've been focusing on that a lot more lately, and I've seen really good results. I'm trying to think
Probably engage with your
engaging
people.
with your audience is like doing stuff like this is important, but like I mean you got to kind of have an audience first. So like your the algorithm's everything, so that's important. Your content needs to be at least 8, maybe 10 plus minutes in this category. And this is just my advice. Other people might succeed doing other things. And I'm not saying that, right or that I'm absolutely 100% right on this. But I would say those things, I would say it's easy to lose people. So, like, right now I'm rambling too much. So somebody's going to click off the stream right now. But that's an example of what I'm talking about. Like, when you edit, you need, like, I've become extremely to the point. Like I'm just like, I'm cutting this, I'm cutting this, I'm cutting this, and I'll go and think I'm gonna make some masterpiece movie of a video, and I'm down to 13 minutes. And that's kind of my goal in life when I make videos now, is to be straight to the point. The first 10 to 30 seconds should give the vibe of like what's going on in your video, and you should have some kind of hook. It doesn't have to be extreme, but at least make it to where people want to stay. And something I'm trying to personally get better with, I guess with my craft, is storytelling. So like my most recent video, yesterday's video, was probably one of my best edits in that regard, because it told 2 stories that had an A-B plot, but the A plot was very strong. And yeah, so
He's been into this A-B plot thing.
Well, it's important.
Pretty
I really
solid
think
for the last week.
having an underlying reason to continue watching. People understand stories, and I'm regurgitating a lot of things other people have said. So this is not a unique thought to me, but like people understand stories, and when you start hearing a story, you want to know how it ends. That's going to increase your watch time. So, yeah.
Have you ever regretted selling something?
Trying to think. Not necessarily. Like, honestly, I don't really like get attachments to items. Like, I like the hunt and I like finding it. And then I think, like, again, I like stories. The end of the story for me is selling it.
Money. We like money.
So, have you lost weight? So I have had probably more weight fluctuations in a year and a quarter on YouTube than I have my entire life. So I have lost weight, gained weight, lost weight, gained weight. So I'm probably right around average right now. But thank you, Angie.
Oh, I wanted to point out that Adam Davis says that it was nice to see my point of view and my voiceover. Sweet change of pace, man.
Yeah. Well, first off, I want to say
it was his idea for me to do that portion of the voiceover.
And who edited everything to make it seem
He edited everything.
No, I'm not saying that she did.
Also,
she did great.
I spent way longer in that thrift store than what you see in that video.
Oh, but I do too. No, absolutely. Like, there's sometimes I'll be in a thrift store for an hour and you'll only see 4 minutes.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not typical. A lot of new resellers don't understand how much taxes are. Yeah, so a lot of YouTube channels make everything seem so peachy. So here's the issue, Clint. You got a point there. So I'm gonna say that, but I know there's a couple, but most of us are not tax professionals. So I will always acknowledge the fact that what I'm speaking, like personally, I'm speaking before taxes are taken out. And that's very much like when somebody says they make $50K a year, most people assume that's before taxes too. So it's kind of like that. But yeah, I'm kind of worried about being like, and I'm going to make approximately this after taxes, because everybody's tax situation is just so different and varies so much that I don't want to accidentally be like giving people guidance. I
We
guess
are not
when I'm not
financial
qualified to do so. We're not financial professionals. We just
Right.
happen to be doing things that help us succeed financially and sharing
Yes.
those experiences with you.
We are getting ready to file our taxes for last year, and he's going to do a video on all that. So we will feel
Not on the taxes. We're going to do on the numbers.
On the numbers of the eBay business.
Of the eBay business. And our haters differ on TikTok and YouTube. So TikTok and Facebook are more aggressive than YouTube commenters when it comes to. But I think the algorithm's also more free to share with people that actually weren't interested in that content. So that might be why.
We do not have kids, Betty.
No kids.
We have dogs.
We do have a PO box. It don't ever feel obligated. The only reason we put it down there was because we happened to have one for our like real estate side, and we figured we'd share it because people were asking. But yeah, if you'd like to, it's in the descriptions of a lot of our videos, just not at the description of this live stream.
I think we're probably.
I'm just starting out. How do you handle the haters? So oh my God, we're like 17 minutes behind.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to address this one question, and we're going to scroll all the way down and go fresh. So we're going to miss some of these. I'm just starting out. How do you handle the haters? So like, here's the thing. Like, first off, they're not justified. Like, and like, nobody's justified to actually come and just like treat you like crap. And people shouldn't act like that. And
you don't have to take that from anybody.
I know. I think it's right to call people out on it. I think like there's a difference. If you have a legitimate criticism of my content or legitimate criticism of my resale business, I will definitely have a conversation and a spirited debate with you. But there's certain people that just come in and act like they're super tough guys or something that never in a million years would come up to me at a bar and talk like that.
No one would ever do that to your face.
And nobody would ever do it to your face. Those sort of people like should be called out for being dirtbags.
I quite enjoy. What was the one you just did on your Instagram about the car you drove?
So somebody actually insulted the car I drove and
said he wasn't a professional picker because he drove a Kia.
Yeah, and it's just like, well, basically, I'm not going to say it's like the most amazing car on earth because it's a Kia Soul. But the thing is, it was a very modest car payment. Now it's paid off, and I'd rather be able to go out and buy more houses. This is how I think.
An appreciating asset instead of a.
If I go out and buy another car, it affects our debt to income ratio, which then makes it harder to borrow money for real estate, which is kind of our end game.
Yeah, Mama don't want to work in her late.
But
years.
I responded and I said that, I didn't put them down or anything. Of course, there's some that are so like outrageously dumb, and you're gonna get this that you just ignore it.
Yeah.
I'll usually on YouTube throw a heart.
They don't feel good about themselves.
We've got to scroll down,
so they have to hate on other people.
So I missed a bunch of comments. We're gonna scroll down to like, where's your doggies? Downstairs on the couch. Remember the days when pants were $3.99, and I remember the days when like Goodwill had like ridiculously low like clothing prices, and then like going in one day and seeing all of a sudden shirts were $3.99.
Yeah,
and you were just like, what happened? But like the thing is, like these thrift stores, like I mainly deal in hard goods, but these thrift stores, a lot of them survive purely off the clothing sales. No, that's not really what you were asking, but hey, Hillary here, Robert's wife. Hey, Hillary. Well, I appreciate you guys watching. It is important to support each other, like in a marriage and stuff. And she probably does a better job at it than I do.
I do. I just like to take all the credit when I can, just because it's nice.
You're definitely in the in crowd. I don't know.
Oh, you were actually mentioned on the Trash to Cash podcast recently, which is NC Flipper, Commonwealth Flipper, and American Arbitrage.
Oh.
So people know you.
Yeah,
They know you and they're talking about you.
NC Picker's a good dude. If
So
you
was
don't,
Commonwealth too. You've never talked to either of them, have you?
well, I've spoke with NC Picker multiple times. I have not with Commonwealth, but we follow each other on IG. And I don't know American Arbitrage. I know of him from like TikTok and stuff. $1 saved is $1 made. Exactly. We're 10 minutes behind. You are the man. No, you are the man.
I am the man.
Do either of you collect anything? We don't. How annoying is that? I like Commonwealth Picker. That was like I just said all that stuff about him, but I like his channel. I think the thing is, I think he has a specific niche. It has that kind of family-oriented vibe to it, and I think it's cool. And I will tell you this: I produce a good amount of content, especially I produce a lot of TikToks and stuff lately. But like that man produces a crazy amount of content.
Yeah, he does.
So like it's very inspiring. How do you think YouTube pushes drama in the titles? So like I'll say this. I think I actually was talking to her about it earlier. I think you punish yourself twofold by not using hot clickbaity titles. So like I think the term clickbait first off should be referred to like as titles that lie. But whatever. If you don't make titles that people don't want to click on,
sensational.
If they're not sensationalized, people won't click on them. But then on top of it, I think the algorithm punishes you too, and I do believe that. Isn't selling on eBay working for the man? I mean, like the thing is, like.
Not really.
Any business, you're going to be held accountable somewhere. So, like, if I have a job, I have a direct supervisor, and that supervisor is going to hold me accountable. If I have a general store, my customers are going to hold me accountable. The tax man's going to hold me accountable. The local township, if it's in a township or a city, they're going to hold me accountable, and I'm going to have to do certain things and act a certain way. You will always, no matter what you're doing, be working for the man in some regard. It's just how it is. I mean, you get more independence doing what I do than working for a direct supervisor, but I'm still held accountable to my customers, to the platforms I choose to sell on, and there's really no way of getting around that with any kind of entrepreneurial endeavor that you do, unless you happen to hit it off big. But even if you hit it off big, like Mark Zuckerberg, I know people love and hate the man, whatever. But just using him as an example, that I think more people hate him than love him, but whatever. He is still held accountable. I mean, he has to go to Congress and answer questions. And when they summon him, he has to go. I mean, he's not going there for fun when they have these congressional hearings. So, I mean, it just kind of is what it is. I can listen to Commonwealth. Yeah, I like Commonwealth, as mentioned before. I felt like I've said that 4 times in the last 5 minutes. So, like,
what's his name?
I'm gonna start
his real name? Kevin?
Kevin. Yeah, I'm going to start charging him a nickel every time I say it. Pretty sure I'm incorrect, but it seems like you have competition when sourcing. Oh yeah, I do have competition. There's always competition. But like the thing is, I don't necessarily see like the reseller going in the same thrift to me as like some like huge competitive competition thing. Like at the end of the day, like in this business, your number one competition is going to be yourself, driving yourself to list more, driving yourself to go out and source more, and just to do better, to expand your knowledge base. Like I could play video games, or I could watch a YouTube video showing me new things to look for. And I think we just made a sale, and we also have
we sold this guy.
Oh my god. Well, don't knock it over. It's He-Man. This guy, He-Man, and
he's okay. He's losing his helmet though. We sold He-Man. He's been up there for a long time. What?
No, I was going to say you're blocking the mic, so you're talking through it. But you had stopped talking. Well, what did it sell for? You got to tell people.
My thing is slow. Hold on. 128.24 plus tax. I just wanted to see if anything sold.
Did you ever
while we were
find
on
you
here.
keyed your card? No.
No.
We didn't, unfortunately. And we've done nothing to fix it, honestly. I've been so busy. I showed up late and got to leave early. Hey, thanks, Adam. I know you're probably already gone, but you need a Dustin Jr.
Maybe someday.
I'm working on video. People are gonna think it's clickbait. So, like, the thing is, like, on clickbait, I would say, if it's based in reality, it's not so bad. On it, as long as it's like grounded and it's close to real. What is your full-time job?
I'm a logistics analyst.
All right.
I move America.
Is that really a thing?
That's what we say all the time at work.
Oh my god.
Well, are you working hard? I'm moving America.
America.
Let's see.
What's the best way to start learning how to source? If you know nothing, YouTube, watch my videos and my videos only. I'm kidding. You can watch NC Pickers too. And after you watch all of mine, and then
The whole catalog.
the whole back catalog. But after all that, in all seriousness, watch YouTube. It helps a lot. Have it going in the background all the time. Sourcing videos are great. What sold videos are great for that too, for those who produce them. And get out there, buy what you know in the beginning.
Start with what you know.
Don't buy giant things that are hard and weird to ship.
No.
Buy things that go in bubble mailers and boxes under 12 by 12 by 12 while you're learning. And then you can graduate to some of the bigger things like myself and, you know, some other people might buy on here on YouTube. And be cheap. So in the beginning,
it's rule number one,
especially if your bankroll is small, but regardless, expose yourself to low risk buys. So if something's worth $100 and you found it for $5, yes. If something's worth $100 and it's 45, really think about it. My husband and I started eBay Biz to make money. How can we improve sales? List more. eBay is killing you with fees. Then you need to be buying. You need to be spending less or buying higher dollar items or both. And that's just really what it comes down to. So you need to be looking every time you buy. You just need to think like, I'm buying this for a net of like $200, or I'm buying this. I'm going to list it for $200. And you need to start running all the expenses in your head and be like, I need to account for fees, shipping, cost of goods sold, return risk, all of this stuff, and just kind of have that math problem going through your head. Jane loves plants too.
I love plants.
Are we back in current time? I scrolled down. So if I missed your question, guys, feel free to repost it in the chat. And we had to skip to catch up to current time.
I would say also to increase your sales, run sales, like promotions. Maybe you have a 5% off sale. Constantly refresh your store. So if you don't have things to list because you are the one person on the planet that doesn't have a death pile, end some listings and sell similar to relist those listings. It'll refresh like you're putting up new listings.
And here's another thing you can do too, guys. So this is actually in one of my early, more popular videos, but I'll go ahead and show you here. So if you go into my eBay, you click into selling here, and you can see all this. See, our sales are down right now too, but this is a slump time of year, and you're also coming into a point where gas just like is doubling in price overnight in some areas. So you need to, people are a little scared right now.
Yeah.
But it's also right before tax returns start to come. So you're going to see a boost in sales then. And honestly, we kind of need to list a little more too. That's the thing. But if you go into listings here, I don't know. I pay for the best internet and it took that long. So you go
send offers. Well, sorry, go ahead.
You're killing the demo here. I used to do this for a living where I demoed stuff for a little bit, like software as a service. But you go to send offers eligible here, and
You can see all of the people who are watchers on the right side.
Yeah, so
we haven't sent offers, so maybe send offers on this one. This one's a good one.
Yeah,
and this one.
You could
you can either send percentage off, and you have to do a minimum of 5% off, or you can take
we'll do
dollars.
this. We'll do 5%. So this we've had for a while. So you can go through here real quick, guys. And we haven't sent offers for a couple days, which is abnormal for us. But we'll pick some different things here. That's going to be kind of a pain to ship, so I want to get full price, just because I want to maximize my time. But like, I'm not doing it on any of the Roncos.
No.
Boots.
No, I just listed those today.
Oh, you just listed those today.
Unclick.
Okay, it's not. It doesn't even matter. There, we're just giving an example. So you click here, and what's great about this is you can go through, pick all the listings. If you have a ton of listings, you can get 100 different things, and you can instantly engage with your customers. So here we did 7, and you can do percentage off 5%, and you can bulk send these offers. And now all of these guys are getting 5% offers, and eBay's telling them that they're sending the offers to other interested parties as well to put pressure on them. So you're actively engaging and giving a buying reason to buy right now to your customers. And we've gotten a fair amount of sales doing that. But we'll go back through this later today, actually, and we'll bulk send probably 50 or 60 offers or something. That's just...
Bring that back over here, please.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm bouncing between 2 monitors here.
Really? Little Miss Q recently sold a vintage keyboard for $615.
That's awesome.
They go for that much?
Oh, there's some keyboards, especially there's the IBM Model M's popular. There's all kinds of keyboards.
That's nuts.
Mechanical vintage keyboards. Most of the keyboards you run into are just cheap rubber dome, unfortunately. Hey, what's up, Roger? Thanks for stopping in. Roger's always commenting on the...
And I so enjoy his name because it reminds me of the tennis player. And I'm sorry if you get that a lot.
I'm sure he does. Do you feel free shipping is more popular? In
a psychological way.
I think, well, first off, you're going to get an algorithmic boost.
Yes. Free shipping listings.
eBay. So that's already a thing right there. And that's proven. On top of that, I think customer expectation is just to see free shipping now. I think there's some items that make sense to do calculated shipping. I think if you're newer to eBay, you should be doing calculated across the board, except for maybe on media and really small things. Just so until you get used to doing the math problem of what you need to be listing things for. Most polite person on YouTube until I get mad, but thanks, Richard.
But he won't get mad in front of people.
My general rule of thumb, can I make 5x my money plus shipping? I mean, it really depends. Yeah. I mean, the thing is, obviously, if I can double up real quick and I know it's going to flip real fast, then I'm totally in. But yeah, you kind of need ridiculous margins to protect yourself from returns, buyer frauds, and stuff like that when it comes to the picking sort of reselling.
Sue says we're down to earth.
I think we're down to earth. I think
at least I can speak for myself. We've both made poor decisions in our past.
Like anyone,
like everyone. And we have worked together to make the right decisions. And we're still going to make mistakes along the way, but hopefully those mistakes are small.
Do you shop the bins or more? I hit more thrift stores than I do bins. There's been some shifting in prices on Amazon bins lately, and the quality of the inventory fluctuates quite a bit. So I'd say most of our stuff right now comes from thrift stores. I think in the summer this year, most of our stuff will come from yard sales. What do you promote your listings at? Roughly 2%, 1 to 2%. You have a good night. I am here. And the keyboard was, you're talking about a musical keyboard. Sorry, I was thinking computer keyboard. We stopped shipping big musical instruments lately.
After we had a very stressful incident with a guitar.
Hey, thank you very much, Home with Marie. I appreciate that.
Just don't worry about the titles or the thumbnail. Just watch the video. Just watch it. These
Oh,
have been
who else?
sitting here this whole time, and I have tried not to touch them. I would really like to.
Okay,
ask.
just here. I'm gonna chill for a second because I'm dehydrated. And
So we are organizing our house to put all of our inventory in one space that you'll eventually get to see. That happens to be our basement. And we're going to turn the former inventory room into a new office for his YouTube endeavors and whatever. So we are going to paint the walls a fancy color.
1 second. Bye, Debbie.
Bye, Debbie. And you messed up all of these choices.
Well, I cleaned the whole bedroom and
We're really going to actually repaint the whole house, but
we're gonna paint the broadcasting areas. I've got some ambitious ideas as well. So like and without changing the core content. So don't worry, guys. It's still gonna be about a guy that goes out and sources. But I was about to say bad things, but I forgot I don't swear on this.
family friendly.
Family friendly. Sources awesome stuff. It's still going to be about that, but I have some different things on like camera work and stuff that I want to start doing just to up the game a little bit.
I decided this probably is inefficient because we have a lot of the same color and it's not going to come across. Anyway, we're thinking about colors like this.
It looks exactly the same.
They
almost.
do
This
not.
one's darker.
Yeah. There's a bluish one and a greenish one.
I enjoy that.
But, you know, I'm sitting in front of tons of paint chips. But I think we'll probably just go with a variation of a blue or a navy or something, especially because darker colors are very forgiving and our walls are not the way they are.
Yeah, I like Froggy a lot, Jason. Froggy flips. He was one of the him and Taco Stacks was one of the first big creators to comment on my channel. Cincinnati Picker, of course, shouted me out very early on, so he's awesome. But like those three were like the first like big creators to even recognize that I exist.
You run into John all the time now too. It seems like
3 times.
I feel like that's a lot.
I think that's a fair amount. 3 more times than you've ran into him.
This is true.
No, I like John a lot. What else do we have here? You have to know the valley to truly value being on top. That's deep. I like that. I do like that.
Oh yeah.
I didn't even know you could send bulk offers. Yeah, it's in. I did that. It was my and of course here we go talking about titles again, where I was like, this one eBay trick can make you thousands, but it's really true. I think it's increased our sales by thousands last year because you're active. You just do something small like 5%, but you're popping up on so many people's notification screen saying like, we're willing to deal. And you know, if you want to put on counter offers, we don't, you can. But yeah,
counter offers, they're just too much for us to handle, I think.
Be well, you too. Hey, Jason, you have a good one.
Yes, we still have the storage unit, but we are working towards closing it down.
I don't regret that we had it for as long as we did. It was really helpful to get some stuff moved off site, but we're getting this place ready to have everything moved on site.
Have we thought about moving to a bigger house? Every day.
So
kind of.
Actually, let's talk real estate for a second here. So I could have another channel all about real estate, and I would love doing it. I would love doing it, but just there's just no time. I'm making it sound like I'm some kind of real estate guru, which God, if people complain about flipping, but real estate for decades has like, we're very fortunate to have the content creators we do here in this segment. Cause like in real estate, there's all this like get rich, no money down. And all
there's
all this
lot
kind of stuff.
Hot air.
Yeah. But anyways, we're actively looking for either A, like an amazing house to run a resale business out of, or B, right now, just a property that we can put some cash into and start renting out.
Yeah.
So we are actively on the hunt right now.
It's hard. The market's
very competitive.
Yeah.
If you have an item that you can't 100% identify, how do you list? We'll put stuff that like in the title being like read, unknown, and things like that. And we'll tell you straight up in the description, this is what we think it is.
Most of the time we can figure it out.
Yeah, most of the time we can figure it out though, Patty.
There is
yeah.
definitely a process of setting it aside until one of us can mentally handle doing the research.
And this is in life in general. If you don't know the answer, it's better just to tell people you don't know it. So that's how we are in the description.
Honest with integrity.
Well, it's easier just to be straightforward about something, I think. Yeah. You're the reason I started selling HBA. Yeah. Must watch my channel. Yeah. There's a lot of good HBA finds to be had out there. Yeah, I think, yeah, he's awesome. How much stuff do you sell during the summer? So I've heard, I think this is a pretty astute way of looking at it, that the months that start with J are hard, even though our January was actually pretty good.
January is always the come down from Christmas sales. It's still decent, but there is a drop in sales. But you're right, June and July, there is a pretty big dip. But then right after that, it starts ramping up, and sales don't stop until January.
What's thrilling for me is when I can get a large quantity of a great selling item. It is awesome to be able to do one big listing for something and have a quantity list. That is one of the advantages of like the people that do like wholesaling or buy like large amounts of shelf pulls and stuff like that. I really do envy that process.
You are going to convince him to make another channel.
Our son does real estate and he includes us in the investments. We would subscribe to that channel. I already got one sub lined up. I could even call it, I already have Pro Flipper made and we could go around flipping houses.
I think, well, I mean,
it's
right
hard
now,
to flip in this market.
It's hard to flip in this market, and flips take a long time.
If you need help, I'm a painter from New Jersey. You could head out to Ohio. We do need some painting.
Yes, we do.
Actually here, because like, thank you for answering my question. Thanks for watching, Patty. And thank you, like all you guys, like not just watching the stream, but like watching all the videos is like what makes my channel possible and keeps me doing it. So I really do appreciate that. And means a lot, really does. If the item is new unopened, but the packaging is less than perfect, you just mention that. You're just like, and you can put worn packaging in the title. Be real about it. Just like, it's better to catch somebody in the title than to like have them mad at you when they open the package and opening an item not as described.
And a lot of the things that we buy have worn packaging in some, whether it's just some scuffs here or there, or there's a dented corner. We just put that in the description, you know, and call it.
I watch a lot of women resellers. I enjoy watching. Yeah, those are two other great channels there, Vincent and Part-Time Pickers. Part-Time Pickers was among a handful of channels that I watched prior to starting YouTube myself. And, you know, he's awesome. I would say he's one of the channels that, same with Vincent, to find stuff similar to like I would buy if I came across that kind of stuff.
His wife makes me want horchatas. Is that what they drink when they go to the flea market?
I don't know if that's how it's pronounced. Anything.
Horchatas.
I'm very bad when it comes to like pronouncing Spanish stuff.
But her liking it so much and always drinking two of when they go get it, it makes me want to try one. And we don't have that in our area.
I had. Oh yeah, and I wanted to say I watch a few. I follow a lot of like women resellers from like the Poshmark. Alicia.
Oh yeah, Alicia, yeah.
What's her channel? I feel like I can't not shout her out. I would feel bad.
It's funny to know their first names, but forget what their channel.
Yeah, well, I'm subscribed, so it's like maybe I don't. It's Murray's Life. That's it. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I've subscribed, so that's why I just didn't have it. Like, I don't like search it every time I watch.
She does clothes, and she
has
a mannequin that she puts the clothes on.
TikTok, and then Rebel. Oh my God, Rose. What's your name on here? Oh, sorry, I'm typing. This is like really engaging content. Say something entertaining while I mistype this.
I don't know. Rebel
Rose Co. That's another one. So go subscribe to them.
Uh-huh.
See, I watch women resellers too.
Some bin
I
sales.
just can't. I'm really bad because I have so many names I have to keep track of.
Some bin sales are raising their prices, taking them up $1. What are your thoughts on that?
What am I? Oh, so here's the thing. Like, as long as you can pass off the cost to the customers and prices continue to rise, your costs are going to rise. And I think overall, in the last couple of years, like we have seen the prices that you're able to charge rise more than the expenses. So I think we can all absorb those costs as long as you're listing enough and doing enough sales volume.
It might make us a little bit pickier too, depending on the item.
That is one thing that changes. Yeah, I won't buy something anymore at an $8 or $10 bin sale that sells for $30 shipped. But when it used to be $5, I would. So
Yeah.
you just have to think about that. You have to charge more, so you have to buy things that you can charge more for. Every time, for years, forever, there's always something that's ruining resale. It's rising prices, gasoline, which, yes, these are all things you have to think about. Or eBay came out and the flea market's dead, or, and all of these things. But as long as you can charge more and you can figure out a way to absorb the costs, you might have to change your business model some. You might have to change what you buy. Where do you go for the bin sales? So I go to three still, two different ones in my area. And if you want to try and find bin sales, I always advise like go on Facebook and look up your town plus bin sale, or Google, and then go to Facebook local buy sell trade groups and see if you have them advertising there. Is Whatnot in your future? Not in my immediate future, but I'm not writing it off like I would never do it or anything. Will you ever buy a storage locker? Probably not. We have one that we actually store some of our listed inventory in, but we're slowly closing that down.
Not for long.
I don't know. I'm not going to close the door on saying I would never buy a storage locker. Actually, it's just
not right now.
Right. We pull in so much inventory as it is, sourcing how we do. I just don't really see the need. I like Tim's finds. Hey, what's going on? Ashley from West Carrollton. Are you having any of your items with global shipping having changes? We have not had that issue.
So we have changed up our shipping preferences on a lot of things.
What she means is it's changing on its own without you making the changes.
Right. But we've recently changed our shipping preferences on a lot, almost the majority of our listings, to not ship through the global shipping program, just because it hasn't. There are a few things that have soured us, and we might turn it back on for some things, or if it's maybe the clothing items or things that are small. But we haven't seen anything directly affected that still has it on. So, and we don't ship directly to any country. We only participate in the GSP.
And sorry, I was reading something else, and then I was thinking to myself, if we didn't cover your question earlier, it's because we fell so far behind and we're falling behind again. So feel free to repost it.
Yes, we dabble in other revenue streams. There's eBay, YouTube,
real estate, earned income, which is what it's called when you have a job.
And then we have a teeny tiny little candy business,
vending business that we're probably we've been talking about getting rid of for months, but
yeah,
it's easier just to maintain it almost at this point than to try to sell the route. I've been looking forward to a day in the life of resale. So we don't have a home point of view yet, but we're actually going to be doing that soon, once within the next month or two. At 3, as we continue to we're reorganizing everything. Like we're redoing the entire inventory room down in our basement, which, yes, it's waterproofed, guys, and
redoing
just putting that out there.
Actually, we're just redoing almost all the rooms in our house again.
Oh, that's really nice of them. You guys are so genuine. Well, thank you. Yeah, I like watching Harry Tornado, Josh, and Haley.
Hello, Juan.
Just turning off. Yeah, a lot of the stuff, like bigger items and stuff, like we're becoming more cautious with because we've had like issues with like people trying to say they didn't get stuff in Canada, or which is not a big issue, but item not as described become a big issue actually because then eBay tries to make us eat the cost and it's annoying. What's going on, Juan? Had my channel used to be makeup based, 25,000 subscribers, but now I want to focus on reselling. So, okay, anytime, and this is actually something that's interesting because Shed Flips did this, and I don't know Monty other than like being a viewer, but he did that where he transitioned his Garage Flips channel over to becoming like an RV deal. And it's so like I think it had like 70 or 80,000 subs or something like that. And he's changing the format. And he said it's, it's losing a lot of subs like every time he posts because you'll be posting things that aren't what you used to post. And that's just kind of how it is when like you have a niche channel where you're not like, so there's some channels out there, obviously, that are just about their personality and can talk about anything.
I'd like to know why do you want to change if you have the subscribers? Are you like tired of makeup? Because I like makeup and they're popular. How can you incorporate makeup in doing something else you like? I don't know why I find this topic really interesting.
I mean, people change. Like people want to do new things and venture into new things. The thing is, like, I think you'll have an easier transition time if you're like a Poshmark reseller that's into like fashion because oh, excuse me, I'm talking so much. I should be letting her do some more. But yeah, like if you're into fashion or something like that, I think you would have a better time with the transition based off of like makeup because of the crossover and audience potential there. So that's something I would consider.
That's a difficult
as
question.
You make your videos.
Yeah.
Blackbeard asked, so he definitely we're gonna answer your question, man, because you're always commenting and this awesome part of the channel. Where did you get that cool shopping cart? So this we picked up that in a video, so you missed it, Blackbeard. So that's on you. And I think
it still has the price tag on it.
$2.99 at Goodwill. It's actually for like the My Generation dolls. And we just got it because, it themes with the whole return your shopping cart thing.
Yeah.
Which I'm debating on what I'm going to continue doing, like with the merch for that. I don't know if I want to refresh and do completely new themed merch, which I think I do, or just shut it down altogether. But yeah, that's where we got that $2.99 at the Goodwill that I recently went to for the half off day, but it wasn't half off. Oh man, we're going like 2 hours now and like my voice is dying. I think we might have to call it soon, but we are going to go through. I feel obligated, not obligated, but like you guys do so much for me watching my videos all the time and stuff like it, you know what I mean? I don't source much from the Goodwill outlet personally. How many hours? It's hard for me to because they asked me not to film there. So I need to go places where I can kill two birds with one stone. Film sourcing content and source. So it makes it very difficult.
I like this question. The answer is all of them.
All of the hours?
All of them. Yeah, for both of us.
It feels like we from morning to night. I mean, if you really think about it, running a successful resale business and trying to run a successful YouTube channel, that's 2 jobs. Flat out. I mean, like editing is a job just in and of itself. Then I'm filming, then I'm sourcing, then I'm responding to comments. I mean, all these things take time. So quite a few hours.
And not that I'm taking credit or anything, but I don't think that you would be able to really push eBay as much as you are or have it be as successful without my help.
Well, no, I mean, yeah, you have to bring somebody in to kind of help and to do the kind of volume that we do.
Yeah.
I think. alongside doing YouTube.
But it's feels like it's 24/7.
And doing 4 videos a week. Not sure if it's vintage. I'm new here. This is great. You guys rock. Thank you.
We're not sure if it's vintage either.
Jeez, my voice is dead. Tara Picker, what up? What's your most rare find? Hard to say. Like,
There's that Halloween poster. That's always one that's a big rare one. And the similarly themed Halloween snow globe collectible.
the N64 sign, which didn't make it on YouTube, but is on my Instagram.
And
because
Disney map.
It was before I started doing videos. The Disney map
the
was
vintage Disney
pretty
map.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was pretty awesome.
Absolutely love your channel. Well, thanks, Steven. I was just about to mention Lonnie's transition. Yeah. So I would look at his videos on the subject because he's directly experiencing it. Yeah, I like watching their videos. Which resell? I'm not gonna go Gampers. I don't really know if I have any that like make me like really upset. There's probably one that I've taken kind of some issues with certain things I've said in the past, but I really wouldn't want to get into it. It's nobody I've never mentioned them before though, so that's nobody I'm gonna like.
I think that
I don't like drama.
That sometimes it's not necessarily about the channel, but it might be about like how a particular person may edit, where they might use a really annoying sound, or but that's across YouTube all the way.
That doesn't bother me personally.
No, sometimes it bothers me.
Oh no, I think at this point I need to get better with that, with adding annoying sounds, because it gets people to watch longer.
I mean, like over the top, not like your normal like ding, ding.
I'm gathering more sound effects, slowly hoarding them.
Great.
And then just in one video, it's gonna be
just scraping your eardrums.
But I don't know. I don't want to insult anyone. I mean, honestly, I know how much work it takes to like create these videos, and don't want to drag anybody through the mud here.
Gloss and Sparkle, listen. I'll take over your channel. This makeup thing. Oh, I cannot tell you how many makeup channels that I watch, and I'm just like, wow. And I'm like, I could do that, but I really cannot do that. I have the clean it up method. Throw it on real messy, clean it up. Don't even care. Who's going to tell me I'm doing it wrong?
Yeah, Angie. Well, I try.
Mama raised you right.
I will say this, like, for any shortcomings I have, it's not my parents' fault. They definitely
did the best they could.
Yeah. And I think did well when it came to that. Hey, what's going on, Dana? Dana also creates YouTube videos, so check him out. I figured since I'm shouting out the people I watch and interact with, might as well. I've seen some PR hauls on TikTok and PR Puerto Rico.
Like PR, like public relations. I'll send you my stuff so you can review it.
I don't get those.
He's not into makeup, and he doesn't have
enough clout to get
enough
stuff.
clout.
People want money from me for goods and services. It's ridiculous.
I enjoyed this. This is something I don't think we've done, and I like the thought of imagining people do it.
My daughter makes fun of me for saying the Pro Picker on YouTube into my Xfinity remote. Could you check her? There is nothing cooler than shouting. You should shout it into your remote, because there is nothing cooler than doing that.
I will say that we have a Roku remote, and I've never used the function, but he uses it to look things up, and I always think it's funny. It doesn't matter what he's looking up. So now we're going to use it to look himself up.
What's this? Me too. I work 25 hours a day and still run out of time. I wish I had a partner. Yeah. I mean, it's a commitment. The thing is, I get a lot of that too. I'll have people ask initially, like, how do I get into like doing reselling and YouTube? And that's like, they haven't listed their first thing yet on eBay.
It's hard.
Well, first off, never let anybody tell you not to do anything in life. Do what you want in life. But personally, I would try to have an established eBay business and presence first. I think it adds some legitimacy to what you do when you can point to like a 90-day total that's at least somewhat substantial. I actually was like, I'm going to ramp up to 10K, getting back into reselling before I get into making YouTube videos about it. I don't know.
Also,
I don't know why that's what these tangents, man.
eBay is going to make you more money initially than YouTube is.
We use our phone for the most part to take eBay pictures, even though we do have a regular camera. Where can I learn what is not cool to show on YouTube videos? So the big thing is just start filming your reselling daily life. Well, good luck with that, first off. Second off, think family friendly. So like if you wouldn't want a child to see it, then that's probably something I wouldn't put out on YouTube. And I wouldn't swear in the first, I think it's 3 minutes is what they ask you not to do now of a YouTube video. I will tell you this. So like, first off, what does swearing get you in a YouTube video? Like, I mean, does it lend some kind of authenticity to it? Because like almost at this point, it feels like forced. So I probably avoid that. And like, it's likely to turn some people off that like are into it.
In real life, it's fun.
Huh? Yeah, it is
swearing
fun
in real life is fun.
It is fun in real life.
But it also, not swearing in your video is going to appeal to a wider audience.
Oh, I hate the cha-ching sound in videos that people do. I think it's like a plop sound that people put up with their comps, and I think that's okay. The cha-ching noise in videos always makes me think I'm getting a sale. Hey, yeah.
We do a lot of fixed pricing, Tom.
We're almost always fixed price, very rarely. So in the 30 minutes I've been watching, I did the bulk offers and already 3 results. It works.
Look at that. We're giving great advice.
What?
Some advice, anyway.
I already sell on 3 platforms in a YouTube channel. Yeah, that's one of the things, like when it comes to like sales platforms, I know like Dana's in here and he does Amazon and eBay. I think that's one of the justifiable multi-platform cross-listing reasons. But like, if you don't do Amazon, I think pick one. So like, if you're into fashion a lot, like Poshmark, I guess maybe. But like for me, like I like to just mainly focus just on eBay and do the best I possibly can on eBay.
That is something that we've discussed, though.
We discussed it mainly based off of the issue of what happens if eBay banned us or something like that.
Or they accidentally deleted all our listings or something.
I mean, it could happen.
We want a backup plan just to make sure we can keep revenue.
That's the only thing like I've thought of. Like I've never listed on Mercari and I'm not sponsored by them or anything, but I thought of like cross posting or something for them.
Yeah.
Just based off of that as like a backup, but I don't know. All right. So I think we got most people's questions here. If we did miss your question, it's not because we hate you. I'm sorry.
We love you.
It's because I couldn't keep up and I got on too many tangents. But yeah, I did I like this starting. You mentioned having a smaller bankroll starting out. If you just have a few hundred, is it better to invest it all or save back money for a good opportunity? So it depends. So I think when you're starting off, I'm shaking the table, so I'm going to back up and position the mic there. But no, when it comes to like having a smaller bankroll and having been there, like you're just at that point trying to do whatever you can to grow the bankroll. So you need to be out there like buying smart, but buying often, and like things that you know you can flip quick and that have a high margin, high return, low risk. I mean, that's what everybody should really be hoping to buy anyways. But like, I mean, like when I bought the Power Dolls PC big box game recently, and I know I keep coming back to it, it's just a recent one that a lot of people watched. That's not, I mean, yeah, you probably should, it's cheap, so I guess anybody should buy that, but like at the end of the day, it could be months before I see a return for that.
I'm not that I'm trying to
Got my subscription. Well, I appreciate it. Thanks for joining the channel.
promote other people's content, but Retro Rick is a good example that I can think of.
Promote away. I watch Retro Rick a lot.
He's like, I got $10. I'm going to go buy a game or two, and I'm going to sell those and use that money to buy more things. Like, even if you're starting with $10, you can start with $10. It's going to be a slow, sloggy start, but you'll eventually grow your bankroll into something more so that you can make more money. There was a guy, I don't know how long it was, but it was on the news someday. I read it, that he traded his way all the way from like a paperclip to a house to, selling his life for a night. So, I don't even remember, but you could barter things to, start that off.
Yeah, I mean, but if you have a few hundred, you're in a better position than somebody that has like $10.
Paperclip.
So like, or paperclip. So like, yeah, I think you just have to be smart about it. Like, you need to be looking at sell-through. Like, if you buy precious moment stuff, you're going to be sitting on that stuff forever. Maybe the Department 56 buys I made, you wouldn't buy it all, and you would just pick and select the really good ones and leave the other ones behind. Even though that, some of them were really good buys for me, they took a while. So you would be looking at stuff that sells fast. Obviously, if you see a video game that has a 200% sell-through, that's probably the thing to buy for $2.99.
Yep.
So I know there's a lot of everybody was really big on cross posting like 6 months ago, and now everybody's really anti cross posting. So I don't know.
We're gonna stay the course for now, I think.
For now, but I have thought about like List Perfectly as like utilizing it and maybe listing through them, so I have the ability to go back and do it because like the listing's done through them and not through eBay. So we have thought about that.
Yeah.
Would you make more money buying it? Yeah, we would make more money currently reselling full stop if I quit doing YouTube. It is nice to have diversity in revenue, and a lot of I'll be straight, I'll be honest. Like, I want to be successful and be a big reselling YouTuber. That's just life. I'm not right now, so I'm not making that much money. But so seriously, this doesn't sound modest, but it's an investment. Like, year one, I made like 16 grand, and I made a video about that. That's like what I made before paying the taxes. I'm going to make more this year, but you're investing your time now for the end result later.
Yeah. Well, and eBay is
what the fuck? Oh, sorry.
My goodness. Calm down. Everything's fine.
Blocking that crap.
So anyway, eBay's the business, and it makes all the money, and then his YouTube. I
had an initial reaction there where I swore and I shouldn't have. We've been streaming for like 2.5 hours.
He's getting tired and hungry.
And I saw that. And I normally don't swear much on my videos. Yeah.
But anyway, YouTube is his passion project. It's something that he wants to do, and it makes him happy to do it. So.
Your wife is hot? Well,
thanks.
Thanks. I guess.
I'm not for everybody, and that's okay. I don't need to be.
Yeah, you're for me.
And you have to live with it.
You need a moderator? I don't. I don't at this point, and the only reason I say that is we don't really have enough bad comments. It's easy to get wrapped up in it though.
Be right back. I can hear somebody who wants to come upstairs.
Oh, are we good? Okay, fine. We have to have the dogs in. I don't know about needing a moderator yet though. Is Hannah? Oh, Rowdy's boring.
But he's cute because he got a haircut.
Oh, no. He does have a haircut. I like him better when he's shaggy.
But he's dirty when he's shaggy. You can see his turkey neck.
I don't know. I mean, if I do more live streams, honestly, live streams are like this, which maybe the provocative thumbnail helped, or maybe it's just the fact I did it on Sunday. But this is Rowdy.
Look at how cute he is.
He's an old man.
He's got a little turkey giblet neck. That's what it is. It's just all
instead of fluff.
Well, when he gets all shaggy and stuff, and it's easier for us to get him shaved down, and then it lasts longer. And he smells so much better.
Just wanted to show my support. Well, thanks, Gas. Gas Locker. I don't know if you have like a channel or whatever, but go check it out if he does. I'm shouting out everybody today. Little Miss Q has a channel. Who else does here? If you have a channel, if you've ever wanted to self-promote, so there's somebody that like, I've got an anecdote. Like there's somebody, and I know he does this with multiple channels, like will comment and be like, hello, fellow YouTuber reseller. And I'm like, hi. But no, I get that comment on every video. By the way, don't do that. That's a piece of advice I would give, because it comes off kind of like a little inauthentic. What I would do is big advice: thumbnails, titles, content, video descriptions, in that order. I'm losing it. I think 2 hours and 25 minutes. I used to do, no joke, on Twitch. I used to do 24-hour streams, if you can believe that. What video editor do you use? I use VideoPad, and I would not recommend it. So, like, as somebody that was a content creator on Twitch, I knew nothing about video editing. So I Googled and didn't do enough research and started out with that. And then I just got so busy with my upload schedule and with like going to garage sales and thrift stores and listing and all of the trappings of doing all of this that I've never had time to learn something better like DaVinci Resolve, which is like what NC Picker was talking to me about using, or with obviously Adobe Premiere Pro. I would use one of those two. DaVinci Resolve being free, well, at least the free version is, and Premiere Pro being the fancy paid option.
What's the one that you make your thumbnails?
Well, thank you, Gas Locker. Oh, what do I use for thumbnails? I use Canva Pro.
Canva, that's it.
And I use that for a lot of my art assets now on the videos. Ooh. How do you sell on Walmart? I'm not sure. I know there's a lot of third-party sellers there, and it's probably similar-ish to Amazon.
And we're not one of them.
More Jessica, please. Oh, nice change of pace. I see how it is. Everybody wants more less Dustin is what that means.
No, same amount of Dustin.
Oh, same
amount. Just add Jessica every once in a while.
Nah, I'm just kidding.
Every once in a while.
Less Dustin, more Jessica. I get it. I am just messing around.
Listen, I'm not. This is
Somebody
not my YouTube
asked
channel.
How we met, and it was online, and it's not very exciting, but we did a lot coffee dates.
Our first date was at a coffee shop at like 7 p.m. And I was like, he wants to get coffee at 7 p.m. I was like, what?
Well,
but I went.
It's because I don't drink really. Well, I don't anymore. And not like A or anything, but like cold turkey after the army kind of thing. So I'm a weirdo in that regard. And like I knew she had like a normal like 9 to 5 at the time, and I was a Twitch streamer at the time with like random schedule. So like I got
you started streaming at like 2 a.m.
Yeah, I had well, the thing is, it was like when other people weren't, so like that's kind of how I made my break.
Yeah,
back then.
So online, and we have a love for coffee.
Final Cuts one, yeah. That's what Pickin' the 702 uses. I didn't mention his channel, so I haven't seen it, but check it out. The Pokemon Dentist. We are going to do the video. We're going to do a financial breakdown video that's going to like be like a level of transparency that you've seen it from a couple other creators, but it's going to be a lot of transparency, and you're going to see all the behind the scenes soon. But we're doing a whole reorg right now of things.
Of our entire house.
You are awesome. I love all your videos. Well, thank you. I appreciate you staying clear. Yeah, well, that's the thing. Like, I'll talk about politics when it actually directly affects reselling. So, like, I don't think it's political to say stimulus checks are going to lead to a boost in sales in the near future, like when they happened. But yeah, like back and forth, like I don't really know if I care that much, like who somebody voted for when I'm at their yard sale or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I started a channel about Christmas. Oh, after Christmas, 19 videos. Nice. Good luck. Side gig. Oh, that's somebody talking to somebody. So it's settled here. So I have thought about like, so normally Sunday I do a video and I do 4 videos a week. So it's Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday. And I have thought about swapping out the Sunday video and doing like a every other week live stream on Sunday.
Oh, this is news to me.
Well, I've been thinking about different things, kind of try and free up some time so I can make higher quality videos and invest the time in the channel that way.
It is kind of hard though, because a live stream is often a lot of the same questions that we answer.
Well, yeah, the Q&A is a lot of different is a lot of the same kind of questions, but it's nice to interact with like new people that have joined the channel and stuff like that too. What was your MOS? 25 Fox, 31 Fox prior to that, Signal. So communications. How many years were you in the Army? Where did I serve? So I was in the Army for 4 years, and I did my training at, basic training at Fort Benning, AIT at Fort Gordon. I'm definitely losing my voice here, but then I was stationed over in Wiesbaden, Germany, and my deployment, I went to Camp Beering, Kuwait, on the way to, not Camp Ramadi, sorry, Camp Blue Diamond, and then went back to Wiesbaden, Germany, then got out of the Army. So that's a whole like shebang right there. Like that's more detailed than you probably wanted.
And yes, coffee at 7 p.m. side gig. Fall in love with you. It was nice to not have to go to a bar.
You know the YouTube algorithm will get upset. Yeah, I almost feel like that's the issue. Like I've been uploading a video on Sunday for so long, I'm almost scared not to, even though I'm not doing one today. But at least I'm doing a live, I guess. I enjoy watching Dustin's shopping trips. We make a nice couple.
Sometimes.
Sometimes
I like you.
Buy it now versus auction. Always buy it now. The thing is, like, okay, so like eBay started off as an auction site, and you're probably hearing our dog sneezing because it wants attention.
He wants attention.
But
oh my goodness.
Like, yeah, it's all about buy it now. Like people want to buy it now. They don't want to wait around. I mean, there's occasional collector's items and niche stuff that might do better at auction. Graded video games. I know, like, I watch a lot of Phoenix Resale, and that kind of stuff might do better at auction, just to see, like, make sure you're not leaving any money at the table. But that's like really high in demand items. But things like, if you want an air fryer, you don't want to wait 7 days to find out if you want an auction for it. You were 11 Bravo. Oh, okay. I was attached out to an infantry unit in Ramadi. So definitely, you took the harder path, and with more room to brag path, I would say.
No, Kelly, opening up a store is not hard. They make that pretty easy.
Yeah. The one thing is about store subscriptions, you're not locked into the level. And I just kind of spit when I said that, which is gross.
I didn't notice.
I didn't know if anybody could see it in my fancy Logitech webcam, but
oh, buddy.
So I just figured I'd own up to it and embrace it. But anyways, when it comes to opening an eBay store, you actually do subscribe for a year. You pay it each month, but you're locked in for like a year contract to that store subscription. So, but you're not locked into your specific level. Like you can kind of change that.
You can downgrade or upgrade.
I don't think you can, maybe not downgrade, but you can definitely upgrade.
What's your problem, buddy?
Why are there so many lowballers on eBay? Oh, I thought I almost timed you out on accident.
Everybody wants a deal.
Yeah, I mean, like, I've been known to lowball, for instance, at yard sales from time to time. I'll be straight. I'm probably going to do less of that this year. just because I think it doesn't resonate very well with content.
Of what?
Hardcore, like really hard negotiating. But yeah, so that's a thing too. That might cost me a few dollars on because I have a YouTube channel. Look at sold comps. I think good negotiating. Like, okay, so if somebody has a lot of something and they're trying, like, you run into this only on occasion at yard sales, like they'll have like $500 on like a whole lot of something, and you negotiate there. I think that kind of content's engaging. I think trying to save $1 or two, which I kind of came from a more poor picking background, so I have that in like embedded in my DNA. I'm probably going to do less of that. Look at sold comps generally. So yeah, I would say there's probably two sides to that coin. So like sometimes when you price stuff lower, people kind of have a tendency to think it might be lower quality or what's wrong with it. So I mean, it depends. It really depends on the category and what you're listing, I guess. When would you recommend opening a store? I would check. There's a few people that have covered this both on YouTube and I think on the eBay subreddit. It's all a math problem. What makes sense when it comes to like, because you get a fee discount, a final value fee discount for doing so. And it's like you get so many listings that you're not paying the insertion fees for. So you just need to do the math. Yeah. You just need to do the math and see what makes sense for you.
Okay, buddy.
You like the hard negotiating? How about $5 on 500? Yeah, I mean it really depends. Like there's some things like if I'm gonna sell something for 30 and it has decent sell through shipped and it's a first class ship, I really don't want to pay more than like $5 for it. So I might negotiate there.
You live for negotiating.
He
lives for the deal.
I kind of do, but then you got the people that don't understand like my business thrives on the fact that I buy stuff cheap. So it's for a purpose.
That is a main accusation that you're cheap, but you have to be. You need to keep your costs low for profit and to mitigate risks.
But I will say this, I am starting to get to a point where I don't mind paying up for really good stuff. Hit the like button. I agree. Thank you.
And subscribe.
Mainly that. If I could get anything out of this, it would be your subscription or watching another video afterwards. And the video I would recommend you watch is
the most recent one.
The most recent one.
It's pretty good. I'm in it, by the way.
She is in it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I thought the thumbnail was pretty good, but let's talk about it since some people have asked about YouTube. If I can get the just full thumbnail up.
I don't think you can.
No, I'm not smart enough.
Yeah, you gotta go back.
Search Pro Picker. Pro Picker. And then, like, I don't know about the thumbnail. I thought was pretty good because, like, look, it's a Kia. It's actually the Kia too. I took the picture.
The Kia.
In a thrift store. That's weird, but I don't know. And then I did change the title, and the video started doing a little bit better. But am I even doing this right? I'm not. Jeez.
They can't even. I spit in there too. They can't even see where you're. Oh, that's nauseating.
It's all wrong. All the windows are wrong. There. This.
Is that even right?
Yes.
Okay.
But I got the thumbnail. This is my first time using StreamYard. I was using OBS for my other YouTube live streams because that's what I used on Twitch. So I only like the whole StreamYard thing because like you can like click and you got this. Yeah, I think they kind of got that too, Gampers. So I think like I'll probably back away from it, which is cool. I think what they're doing is interesting. But yeah, that's the video I would recommend everybody watch. Because I really think I did a good job of like telling a story in that video. And honestly, like I think with the cart thing, it was like a small part of my channel because I really do think like you should return your shopping cart. And it was like kind of a joke I made. And then like I kind of like went a little bit too much into it with like the shirts, I guess. I don't know.
We need to pick a different slogan. Or a second slogan.
Pro picker. I'm the best. That's not that
And
good.
is very modest
And the most modest. Yes.
of all time.
Have I scrolled up again too far? Okay.
Yeah.
I like the thumbnail. Yeah. Well, I liked it too. Thank you. I'm not biased though. And it's fun to see that we shop at the same places. Well, if you ever see me or if you have, feel free to say hi or hi again. The one thing I feel really, this is the only thing I think I ever feel bad about, like when it comes to YouTube. I mentioned it earlier. If you've introduced yourself and you introduce yourself again and I act like we didn't meet before, it's just because I can't keep up with everything and I'm really sorry.
There's a lot going on in my head over there.
Well, I'm like, I go to like so many thrifts, the editing, the listing, and then I like keep up with everybody on Instagram too. It's not like me trying to be mean. It's just I can't remember everything.
To be fair, if it were me, I wouldn't remember either.
So if you do introduce yourself for a second time and I'm like, hey, just roll with it, I guess. Or we've met before. Yeah, it's I'm just going to start saying hi again to everyone. That'll be it. And then it'll be like, we've never met before. We'll be like, yeah, we have. You're the one that forgot. Oh my God. How many active listings do you have?
3,000 and now 2, I think. 3,002.
And I would say we average anywhere from 5 to 30 listings a day. It's been more sporadic lately, but we've just been really busy trying to reorganize our inventory.
Do our taxes, getting all that stuff together.
Dude, you are so funny. I have I'm an acquired taste when it comes to humor.
Taste. And all the jokes that you get to hear once or twice in a video, I've heard 100 times.
You love it.
But I love it.
She's into the corny jokes.
Yeah. I laugh at everything.
Were you really upset when you said, oh God, you looked like Dustin was going to be kicked out of the house?
A lot of the time when he goes out and he thrifts, a lot of it stays in his car until he runs out of room. And I don't know what it is a lot until I see the video. So when I'm invited outside to see what's in the car, I already know it's going to be something big that I don't like.
Hey, thank you very much for that, little miscue. Yeah, I appreciate that. Like, honestly, like that's probably the number one thing I strive for is to get people to watch more of the videos lately too, like time wise. And I did that by kind of cutting the length of my videos a lot. Like, remember they used to all be like 20 minutes and now they're like, okay, bye.
Michelle says she runs when she sees you because of the camera. If you want to say hi, say hi. He'll blur you out of anything if you ask.
I won't put you in a video other than you might, like if I'm buying something and you're way off in the background or something. But if you come up and you say hi to me and tell me not to put you in a video, I won't. I had a conversation with another reseller. I actually was like, hey, are you cool if I put you on? Purely because I want to make sure like we're all cool and stuff. So
I know one thing that you do that I think is good too is that if there are kids around, he'll try to not put anything in that has kids in it or blur out children. It's not fair.
I do my best at it, but I don't I'm not 100% at it either.
Yeah.
So I do my best at limiting that. I'm from Dayton. How is thrifting there? So I think we have some good thrift stores. I think it would be like weird and wrong of me to like be like I don't have good thrift stores when it comes to like why I do so well. But I think a lot of like why I do so well is just the like consistency of going all the time. I mean, literally like
every day.
It's almost a running gag at this point at like the Salvation Army, like where I'm like, I'm back for my third time. Ha ha ha. And yeah.
They know him by name.
I still want to play Asteroids with you. I'm not good. I'm telling you.
You would win.
You would beat me at it. Now, first person shooter, I am probably on the higher tier of gaming skill.
Would you like to tell them about the game you're currently playing?
Oh, well, everybody's playing it right now, but I'm playing Elden Ring.
Yeah.
And
I'm watching him play Elden Ring. It's been a fun experience.
How many do you sell? Okay, we'll answer Angie's too.
Oh, how many? What did that say? We have. How many items do you sell daily on average? Do you cross? We don't cross post. We don't have anybody that helps us list or take pictures unless you count Sellhound, which will send them the pictures of shoes, and then they will turn around and send us a created listing essentially. But I have been listing shoes just straight off without using them. But I would say it really depends.
So I can say that we sell probably an easier way of explaining things is about half of the stuff we list sells within 90 days. So on a sell-through standpoint, I'm willing to buy things that will kind of sit on a little bit longer if the margins are there. Just kind of because I can.
It also depends on the time too. So you can see an uptick in sales when it's Q4 around the holiday buying season. Also when there are long weekends like President's Day. That was a big sale weekend.
Yeah, it was.
I'm assuming Memorial Day will be a big sale weekend.
Well, we listed a lot of really good stuff leading up to
true.
President's Day as well. And stuff there wasn't a lot of competing listings for. Do you stockpile off-season items? So we list them right as we get them because people will buy costumes year-round. That was my thought process too up until recently, but people will buy Christmas year-round. So we just list them. Sometimes we're not super good about it, but we might end, and we're doing a lot of it right now, but we'll end listings and sell similar to kind of refresh them on eBay.
It helps the algorithm.
Yes. So,
story time.
No, I'm, so there is, 99% of the thrift store employees that I interact with, are awesome. And I am really blessed that that's the case. They don't get upset with me. They're not mad at me. In fact, if anything, they're very helpful. I have had issues with one or two in the past, recent past. And I don't really want to go to war about it.
Not everybody's going to like him.
No, well, yeah.
But the majority of people do, so that's a win.
Yeah, I mean, there's a few things. I already have one video that I probably could make that would get a lot of views. I already know it. I even have the thumbnail, like I made it. And then I just decided not to make the video because it's really like a fight I'm really not going to win. And it's a fight I don't really want to pick. Even though like
it doesn't do
I can't film. It's basically, there's two instances of not be able to film at specific locations that at least as of now, and it's because of kind of like I feel like I was a little bit mischaracterized and misrepresented. I'm not making a video about it as of now. We're really getting into the details. It would be some drama though, and I know I would get some views. But I also have to think from a business perspective, is it the best thing to do? Is Sellhound or Hammock better? I can't say, but we're not dissatisfied with Sellhound.
No, they're all right.
Yeah. We're not sponsored, so they're all right.
They could be great, though.
They could be really great. Just a little money.
A little bit of money. A little bit of money.
My daughter steals the show on your channel. My dogs are going to start stealing the show on ours.
Look, he's so cute. He's an old man. He turns 15 this year.
Posted in a few years. No, it's more about like, yeah, I don't know. I want to be able to still go to the places I go to, even if I'm not recording at those specific stores.
It's still valuable to be able to shop there, even if you don't, even if you're not able to.
And at the same point, like I'm not saying I'm like a mega YouTuber or anything, but like there is an amount of responsibility on when I have a platform that I have that I don't necessarily want like people or individuals or businesses to, get attacked and stuff.
Reddy says you haven't fed him this whole time.
I did earlier. And I fed, that was Hannah actually. I fed a cracker.
We do have another dog. She's
posted
just downstairs.
10 years. There you go. You don't need moderators. That's the thing. So I actually had and Twitch, it's a little bit different. You kind of have to have some moderators. And I had some awesome ones that, they're basically doing like free work because most Twitch streamers can't afford to pay their mods. But it's definitely a different vibe having mods over not having mods. But yeah, I've only had one thing. I've deleted maybe 12 comments on YouTube that weren't spam. Do you ever have issues? Yes. There's things that I haven't shared because I think like I don't know. So I don't want to make like videos based off of people I have to see all the time and compete against and have some kind of big like uproar about it. There's actually a hatchet that was kind of buried recently that was cool. And I think that that person was hyper competitive and I'm pretty competitive.
You're very competitive.
I'm very competitive and this person was hyper competitive. And
that person might have seen you as a threat.
We were had a misunderstanding about it. And I think we were like, no, we're cool.
Be cool.
Yeah, I get. Yeah, when somebody's more competitive than me, that's so hot. But no, honestly, I'm competitive, but a lot of my competitive nature comes from like, just like wanting to do better than I've been doing.
He competes a lot with himself.
I do, and never.
He wants to be the best.
I'm never good enough. The whole point of this video was to like go back, and we only did 3 hauls. Was to go back over hauls, and it became all Q&A because you guys are insane. I did not expect this much turnout, and I wanted to talk to you guys then at that point. I was kind of thinking this would be like more of a video people could look at and watch and be like, look at the stuff he's doing, and maybe we'll chat a little bit. But I just joined. The Sissy doll has not sold. Let's talk about that one.
It is our highest priced item in our store
currently.
I
always mess this up. Give me 1 second here.
You ever think about not messing it up?
Thanks, StreamYard. I'd give StreamYard a 8 out of 10 so far. I'm like, but that's because I'm so like used to OBS, which I'm sure they're aware of as one of their competitors.
I'm sure it becomes a 10 out of 10 if we did the paid version.
Oh yeah, I bet. Yeah. I'm sure.
I think that's...
What's the doll one? Oh, that's the one where I say, this is insane. Of course. I have to go into the channel here. Act like I've never been on YouTube before.
Fluffy Rowdy. Leaf guard, that's new.
Oh, those are kind of cool looking. I'm not paid to say that, but I'm scared. Don't tell people to do that. Never skip the ads.
Watch the ads.
What?
Every ad.
I don't think anybody does that. But okay, so like I wanted to talk about some old hauls and stuff. I saw your bank info. Oh no.
What?
He's joking.
Oh.
All right. But yeah, this Sissy doll here. So like, this is one of those things that like, is there some sold comps that justify us listing it for very high? Yes. It actually had some damage that we didn't know at the time of making the video with the arm.
So on the inside of those small dolls, or excuse me, those old dolls, it's like a rubber band that's on each side. It goes through the chest and it connects on hooks with the arms and holds the arms to the body. But it's such an old doll that that rubber band has dry rotted. So the only thing that's keeping those arms attached to, well, they're not even attached, but with the doll is the fact that it's in the dress and the doll is, or excuse me, the dress is on the doll.
So we've had to update and revise the listing and note that, and we didn't know that. So this is one of those things where like, are my thrift store hauls BS? Coming back to the title real quick, like, which I thought was provocative enough, but I thought that was a good title. But anyways, this is one of those things where you're throwing money in and you're just hoping someday it's the right person's going to come along. We've had some collectors contact us with interest and some questions and stuff. So I think it'll eventually sell. It's definitely not like the ATM where you just go in and it turns into cash instantly. That's something like I want to make sure I'm not like conveying, even though maybe sometimes I accidentally am conveying.
This is also a situation where that exact doll does not have a sold comp. So we're looking at trying to.
This one's pretty much the same one. It's just this one has aged some
and does have more stuff with it. So starting our listing is starting out high, but may get discounted over time depending on interest.
We have it listed for more than I said we would list it for.
Because there are other dolls that are listed that high and higher.
What happened to my blue light? It was like on for like...
Maybe it overheated?
Oh, I think the battery died because I barely charged it before the live stream. And then I left it on for a while. Let me move this back over.
Yeah, because I can't read it.
Okay. But yeah, that answered that. You can be competitive, but still be respectful. Yeah. I agree. And it's a fine line to walk sometimes.
And we have some viewer sales. Not a lot.
Well,
but
let's take it into perspective here. So like I think it's incredible that we've had probably maybe I'd say about $3,000-ish of viewer sales, and that's total gross. And I think that's pretty awesome.
And a lot of them are really repeat buyers.
Really appreciated. But you have to take it into perspective. In like the last 90 days, we've done like 60,000. So it's not making up a massive percentage of our eBay business, but we do appreciate when people do that. And a lot of the things that have sold are stuff that like probably would have sold anyways, because I typically try to buy in the sense of being an eBay reseller and not thinking about, is it going to sell to my viewership or not? Which I don't think there's anything wrong with doing that, by the way. I don't think there's anything wrong with like necessarily leveraging that, like that you have a YouTube or something. It's just we don't in that regard. Almost all of the monetization that we make on YouTube is by shoving ads in your face.
I'm sorry, I should.
Is that the best way to say it?
Oh, buddy. It's always good to be nice to people.
Yeah,
even if they might not be nice to you.
I'll say there's been a couple instances where it's hard to take the high ground, but I think it's always almost always the best way to go. I've had YouTube Premium since it first came out. I like it in the sense of like, and I understand completely, like if it's not in your budget, don't go buy YouTube Premium. This isn't like showing for it. I like the concept, conceptually speaking, that I can go watch videos and know by default that they're making money just because they're getting YouTube Premium revenue. And I don't have to like, I didn't skip the ad, or I had an ad block up, or whatever. Hey, what's up, Stacy?
You've been full-time reselling for the last year and a half. I have a corporate job, so I do it when I'm not there. We do not use Sellhound for, we do. For most of our shoe listings, yes.
They specialize in shoes and clothing. So we only use them for shoes, though.
I've gotten to the point, though, where I'm using it for shoes that I don't feel like taking the time. I know that we just posted 2 pairs of boots that you got at one of the bin sales that I just went ahead and listed because why pay an extra $1 or $2 to have them make a listing that I can list?
And I did do full-time reselling in the 2010s for about 3 years. So this is like my comeback. And then I decided to do YouTube concurrently with it. Love the content. Very motivating. Oh, thanks, Jay.
You're an inspiration.
I am. You know what? In fact, I'm an inspiration to an entire generation.
That was a mistake. No more compliments.
Have you ever bought a storage locker, or is that a different area? So it's a different area for me. I'm not saying I'll never do one, but I've actually never done one before. I do remember watching when Storage Wars came out and enjoying that show, and I watch couple a couple creators like Locker Nuts and the one dude that bought all the God, I should know his name. Like, he loves Dragon Ball Z. I've been doing this for too long today. The guy that loves Dragon Ball Z that bought all the stuff at Five and Below for Christmas.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, Jeebus.
Jeebus.
Jesus.
I don't remember. I don't remember their whole name. Just
Hey, Andrew, thank you very much. Do appreciate that. Our 90-day, and thank you for the super chat, that is. Our 90-day total is now like 56 or 57,000. We hit 60,000 recently,
which was amazing. We kept getting close and then losing it and close and losing it. So
yeah, but thank you very much. Really appreciate that. And you did not have to do that super chat, but thank you. You guys are doing well. So have you both considered doing this full time together? So I'm full time, and we've considered that. Right now, she enjoys the stability of the job and the health insurance and all that. We're
working towards it.
We need to get this tax season handled first from a real estate perspective before we can, have the documented income to go buy another house. Mm-hmm. So that's a thing, and that's kind of keeping her on the W-2 thing. And she does like her work overall and her employer too. So that's another thing to like kind of factor in, because that's few and far between. That's hard to find.
I do enjoy my job, what I do, and who I work for. Oh, I know, buddy.
And work with.
And who I work with. But I suspect in the next year or two that I will quit. And a lot of it has to do with finances too. I have never worked just for myself. I've always worked a corporate job. He's worked for himself. So it's a very scary concept to me, even if I know that we're very capable of doing it. The cost of healthcare plus everything, the world climate today is it's very scary. So for me, I suspect I'll be ready in the next year or two, depending on where our business is. If we can continue to expand and sell more and have higher revenue streams, be able to buy another rental house or whatever, then I will feel more comfortable, because then I know that we're good. My goodness.
Is there any update on unfortunately, no. So like the video footage really wasn't like super clear enough to see him or a license plate. Like you saw him, but like facial identity and stuff. So and I never did anything towards getting it fixed. I've been so busy, and I mean, it's a paid off key. It sucks that it happened, but like, I just it's a battle scar now of going to Valley that day, or any. I don't know if it had to do with like I just happened to park next to or park where some disgruntled idiot came in, or if it had to do with the YouTube or what. I'm not sure. Oh, that you covered that one there, and then and thanks for watching, by the way, Jessica.
Great name.
It's all right name.
Why are you whining?
He's staring at me. He's like, he's doing all the talking.
He's not petting me at all.
Jeebus, that's right.
Yeah.
I watched a lot of reselling YouTube. I like to stay on top of the game of like what people are doing, not to like copy them per se, but to find like little things and efficiencies that I can bring into like my own YouTube, but also into like my own reselling business. Keep hearing about Ball Z Dragons. What's up with that? Yeah, Dragon Ball Z, like I love that show as a kid. I've been trying to get her to watch it, but then for some reason we always fall off of it. But
it's a fun watch, but then there's always shows like 1883
or shows with a little more depth. I hate saying that because Dragon Ball Z does have its own lore and depth to it. We haven't gotten past like the Vegeta saga yet, for anybody that's interested in this. So that's the issue. Like I think the show picks up after Frieza. So
a lot of these words don't mean anything to me.
That's why we're going to stop, because I know I know it doesn't mean a lot to a lot of people. I know it means a lot to.
You're okay.
Let's see, clicking through here. I enjoy watching your videos and content. Have you ever considered doing? I've done private picks. In fact, I've shared private picks with the channel before. One of them being, I'm going to do it again.
He picked.
I'm going to do it right this time.
All those
video games was a private pick.
The video games was a private pick. The movie horror posters were a private pick.
Yeah.
Some Nintendo magazines were a private pick.
Well, one of the lots definitely was. I'm trying to think, where was that video where I bought all those video games that I thought for sure was going to blow up, but I definitely made it too long. So that was my fault. And the thumbnail could have been better, and that was my fault. It's somewhere.
Oh, buddy.
Not allowed to yawn. No yawning.
I'm getting tired and hungry.
Yeah, I am too.
Nobody feeds me.
That's one thing I could never do was eat on stream when I did Twitch. I just felt weird about it.
Rowdy said nobody feeds him either.
Oh, anyways, it was the one where I bought the $1,600 in video games. I was like looking and couldn't find it. Let's see.
I need you to pick a place, buddy.
I may have missed it, but do you watch Hustling Hooks? I used to watch some of their videos, and then I think they took a hiatus or something, and I know they did. Like, I did watch the one them talk about switching just to clothing only, which I get the idea behind it because of being able to scale it, but I couldn't do that personally because I wouldn't be able to stay engaged with the business. But yeah, so I guess I do is the answer. Or I don't know if they watch me. I don't know if anybody watches me except for the people that do watch, like that say they watch. Like,
if you're watching, hi.
Hi.
Hi again.
Hi, if you're another YouTube creator that also watches. Are the Goodwill and thrift stores in your hometown? So most of the thrift stores are in suburbs near mine, or there's one Goodwill that's actually in the city I technically live in. But I stay within the Dayton area. I stay pretty close, mainly due to my upload schedule. Me and my girlfriend are about to start YouTube. What's the best advice? Well, first off, it depends. If you're trying to just do it for fun, just have fun. But like, if you're trying to do it to like take over the world and
take over the world
and whatever, I mean, it's really basic stuff though. But like, do not underestimate how important thumbnails and titles are, and that's something I did underestimate for quite some time. I think she's about done. She's like, "Oh, you're putting the dog away."
I had to put the dog away.
This is going like at least an hour longer.
This is right now our longest live stream
on here.
We are not doing a 24-hour stream.
Well, I think that would be insane.
Not a chance.
That would be crazy to do. Like, I think that'd be the first reselling YouTuber thing. 24. I used to do those all the time as a Twitch streamer, though.
Yeah, but you were playing a video game that was engaging.
So yeah, thumbnails, titles. I would also figure real quick. I do want to come back to. It's really easy to like lose somebody in a video. So like, keep things to the point. Keep things interesting. Things need to be engaging. Something always needs to be happening on screen. Long segments of just talking probably are a no for most people, unless you're really engaging, then ignore that. Give it a oh, sorry. Talking to somebody else there.
Oh. Look at you working while we're talking.
Getting that work done. Hey, I'm new to your live. Hey, what's going on? Goodwill finds Thrifty Thrifter Daily. Woo! It's a long name. Welcome. Appreciate you joining. Go feed that girl before she gets hangry.
We're gonna eat after.
I'm gonna be honest. I am the one that probably gets hangry out of the two of us.
He does.
Yeah. Like really mad. Like
he's like, I gotta eat.
Whoa. Jeez. I gotta eat.
How would you ship small packages?
Oh, that's the small stuff's good stuff. So
bubble mailers, small boxes,
poly bags. And here's the thing, like order boxes, like once you start really getting into this, not initially, but like for priority mail, you can get those boxes for free off USPS.com. But like not all of them, but some of them. Get those. But when it comes to like first class stuff, order some boxes, go to like Supply Hut, check some of the links in the descriptions of my video on Amazon. Some of those are there.
He does come and finish his sentence, a small patch. So if you're talking about like a patch that you're sewing onto a piece of clothing,
bubble mailer,
I put it in a bubble mailer.
Yeah, that's how I would do it. And if it's an expensive one, I would put a little layer of bubble wrap around it just for security further is what they would call it, like the TSA. And throw that in a bubble mailer. And I'd insure it if it's really expensive. They should insure all your really expensive stuff. Do you ever look at I love video games are my favorite thing to flip. I just don't find them that much at thrift stores like I used to. I do a lot of that at yard sale season. I start getting really competitive about those. Well, thank you for watching, Jay Lucas. I appreciate it. UPS versus USPS.
This is the great debate. And USPS for anything that's maybe up to 2 pounds and is smaller. If it is big, but it is still less weight. So like say it's
over 12 by 12 by 12.
A plush that's like a really big plush that has to go in a big box, but it weighs not a whole lot. UPS is great. When you get bigger than about 2 pounds and bigger than like a 12 by 12 by 12 cube, UPS is where it's at. The rates are good. Make sure you pack what you have sufficiently because it doesn't matter who the carrier is. They're going to chuck your packages under the back of a truck. But I will say, we don't like to talk bad about anybody, but never FedEx. Never, ever FedEx. And I say that in our eBay business, and I say that where I work professionally in logistics. I don't care for FedEx, personally. Other people love FedEx. They're not for me.
Yeesh. Remember, like someday
FedEx is going to be like, we'll give you breaks on your rates.
No, I mean, someday I may be looking for sponsorship,
Listen,
Jessica.
I'm passionate about this debate here on the shipping thing. It's my thing.
Okay, let's see here. Do you collect anything or do you look just for resale?
Very few things
all right.
we collect.
So far, I see no new questions. I'm going to wrap it up here. Guys, I want to say thank you so much because we do have to eat. It's been over 3 hours. We expected to end this at 2 or an hour and a half or something. We didn't even cover the main point of the video because of, but the main point is just to chat with you guys anyways. Thank you guys so much. I'm featuring you guys here because you're awesome. And I really appreciate you guys coming on watching this, but watching all the videos, that's what really makes the channel possible. Please, if you haven't already, consider checking out my most recent video posted on Saturday, where I take you through an entire day of sourcing. And I even have a challenge. Can I fill the back of my Kia? Do I do it? You will find out if you click. And it's probably one of the best from a storytelling perspective I've done for a YouTube video. It's
very real life.
Yeah. So thanks, guys.
Yeah. Anything else?
Oh, this is where we end it.
Oh, this is where we end it. Sorry.
All right.
I missed that. Thanks, guys. We'll see you next time.
We'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Bye.